Yeah, we're good.
You've heard of the term situationship. I've taken it and made it something different. The situationships that we find ourselves in have the power to cause us to shift our perspective, either for good or for bad. When we shift for good, we've taken accountability of what we've been through, how we've been hurt, unhealed trauma. That causes us to shift in consciousness. So situation shifts can be very beneficial, right? If you're learning. Most people do not enter a relationship to find out what's wrong with themselves. Most people are looking for relationships to bring ease and peace, but that is only half of the coin. You're a co-creator of this relationship experience you're currently in, and that's why a situation shift has a silver lining.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsubs.com to find out more.
Another week has traversed. Yes. Is it just me? Or has this year just Flash Gordoned from January to December?
I second that.
It's almost over, right? It's almost done, and this thing has flown like, whew. It's crazy, man. I wonder what 2022 has in store for us. I want to welcome everybody to the ZoWhat Morning Show, EST 2012. We've been around a long time doing this thing, and I appreciate everybody who comes in here and hit the like button. I thank you for spending some of your morning or your afternoon with us. You under dig? I love y'all folks, y'all good people. You know, during the Christmas season, it could either be feast or famine for a lot of people. A lot of people may have a feast when it comes to having the creature comforts of life, but also may be experiencing a famine when it comes to the connection with people and loved ones. And so this is a time of year, man, that evokes a lot of crazy responses out of people, like I always say, who have a limited toolbox. And let me just say this. There's nobody with a perfect toolbox. Nobody has all of the requisite tools needed. What's interesting about the toolbox you are born with, it is incomplete by nature. And part of living is you mining the world to find tools Yes, mining your relationships, mining your experiences to find relationships that will provide you tools to put in the toolbox. And the crazy part, not only is it that, but when you look at the tools that you get from your parents, oftentimes those tools are defective. Those tools don't actually work, right? In its full range of purpose. So sometimes you got to look at a tool and say, man, I got to replace, on that monkey wrench, that little socket in the middle where you roll back and forth to open the mouth of it and open its gate. Sometimes you got to WD-40 that, right? Sometimes you got to replace different parts within the tool in order for the tool to operate, properly. So again, I'm thankful for everybody who hears something. Because let me just say, man, when you hit, what's up, big bro? When you hit whatever the thinker thinks, the prover proves. When you hit that, whatever the thinker thinks, the prover proves. When you hit the wave function collapse, the wave function collapse in physics is when particles pass through a double slit. They call it a single slit or a double slit or both. Right? They call it the measurement problem. What they found out was observation changes the experiment.
That's scary.
So now go back to Hosea 4:23 when it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's collapsing the wave function. And many of us collapse the wave function on envy, on jealousy, on pettiness. Many of us do that. So again, it's 7 days later and we ready to get in here and do some real powerful stuff for the folks. I appreciate, like I said, man, everybody hit that like button. If you appreciate what we about to do, because this is the Shadow Gems show. Oh, the secret gems, the mysterious gems that you don't know about. This is the almond gems. This is the shadow gems. See, again, if the only gem you get from a platform is a waste of time. You hear people say, I got some time to burn right now. I'm finna fuck with this little shit for a second. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's time you can never get back. Ever. You could spend $10,000 on cigars and then get it back. But you can't spend 10,000 moments on fuck shit and get it back. See, that 10,000 moments you invested into fuck shit, right? I got a house to sell you down in the Florida Keys. It's on a rock. It's a beautiful 7-story, 36-bedroom mansion, but it's on a rock. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, again, you can't get back wasted time. Oh, man. Let me jump right.
Reclaiming my time.
So here we go. I can't waste no more time. Ex-Wolf. This is the black-owned Nugenics. If anybody is buying a testosterone booster, they should buy it from xwolflabs.com. That's it's xlabs.com. Right? XLABSSUPPS.com. xlabsups.com. If you're going to buy a testosterone booster, before you buy any white product, please support this brother right here. You know
Is it okay for women in transition?
Excuse me? What?
What? Sarah. Is it okay?
They trying to boost. They trying to boost. They trying to boost.
Total Package Energy. I already told you the story of TPE. Facebook, Instagram have shut them down.
My Lord.
Yeah.
Censorship is real.
Listen, they've been fighting because of the orange chicken. Yeah. They've been fighting with Facebook and Instagram for over a year, and finally they just shut his accounts down. If we about what we say we about, everybody should go out and support this brand.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Damn.
great.
Everybody should go out and support this brand. Total Package Energy, right? They got the energy supplement. You got the B12, you got the pea protein. Please, 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 please support Total Package Energy. Also, my ZMOS brand. Can y'all just buy out the rest of the inventory? We get a certain amount of inventory every month, and we try to hit the mark of selling it out every month. Go to cmossbusiness.com and support my ZMOS brand. Also, if you want to start your own business, a micro business from the crib is the new skyscraper. The crib is the new office building. It really is. Hey, listen, if you're not doing R&D at the crib, research and development, if you're not doing R&D at the crib, I don't know what to tell you. And all the creators out there that are doing it the best way they know how, kudos to you. Kudos to you. I'm always saying, man, the only way we're going to hurdle this situation is through respect of each other, right? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Let's move. Let's make a move on the like button. I just came from the post office before I got to the studio, and we shipping them off. We shipping them off. Guess who I saw last night, man, who came to kick it with me at the cigar lounge?
Who?
You remember the homie Dave?
The chef, Dave?
Yeah.
Big Dave?
Girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he asked about you, man. I said, man, he on the show with me, man.
Oh, shit. Davey
Remember
Dave.
Zipporah's brother?
Yeah.
Bro, he came and bought like 8 books from me.
He used to be the caterer for friends.
Yeah, man, he doing some real cold shit. I'm gonna plug us all in with him.
For sure.
Not like Hassan. We done lost $500 on that stock.
I'm old.
He said, shh.
I'm chilling.
It's cool.
He said, shh.
Anyway, it's cool. But you know, he knew that I was feeling some kind of way this morning. I'm in my house praying. I done saged the whole crib.
Next off early.
Man, I burnt some cinnamon. I got, you know what I'm saying? Palo Santo. I got all of it in there, man. Goddamn. What's that leaf over there they call? What's
A
that?
bay leaf?
No, the shit we burn.
Sage.
Sage.
Oh, okay.
Just couldn't think of the name.
Clearing that negative energy?
Man, I was in the house. The fire extinguishers going off, or the fire.
With the text.
Yeah, you hear him. You hear him. The smoke detectors are going off. Shit, get it out of here if it's in here. If it's in here, it's gotta go, it's gotta go, it's gotta go. So anyway, I'm shipping out books, my friends. Please support the shroudedlighthouse.com. I can't tell you that the response so far has been overwhelming. People been writing me letters. People been emailing me, DMing me. The only thing they not doing in mass is posting those messages. I don't want to post their message for them.
Repost it. You want them to repost their message?
They're not posting it to Amazon. If you have a
review.
if you have a review for the book, post it to Amazon. I'm
That
telling,
actually helps a lot, yes.
because they hit me like, man, my fucking psychiatrists and therapy friends, they're all buying this book.
Man, have them, seriously, that review is major on Amazon.
True.
Major. Important. Most people click on that before they buy anything. They look at the review.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The Shrouded Lighthouse. Please go there right now. I'm going to push. You know, we're going to have about 1,000 people in here before this show is over. I'm pushing that we get 200 book orders today.
Say word.
Shrouded Lighthouse. I pack them up myself. I ship them out. I print out the labels. The book is well worth it. I promise you, it's well worth it. Please support.
If you want to get your shit together. Now, if you out here scared,
Still with the fuck shit.
you know what I mean? Leave it alone.
That's crazy.
That part.
That's crazy.
But if you want to get your shit together, open the page. Yeah.
Even if you're still fucking up, you get it and so you can get together later.
Yeah.
You get your shit together later and you have it to the side.
Sarah, what are you typing to people?
Somebody was gonna try to get black.
Yo, Sarah don't be playing. Sarah don't be playing.
Uh-oh.
Sarah, type somebody. Okay.
They went and deleted it.
It's all good. HuriKane Report!
Hold on.
Hurry!
You better write it. You better take action. And danced. You better maintain freedom. Write it, take action, maintain freedom. The HuriKane Report. Of course, this is our Black Al Jazeera, black news that affects us. And people, I know people get offended by the word black, but I say black for lack of a better word. Since nobody can agree.
Melanated.
Everybody can't agree on a word.
Melanated.
There's some people say, what the fuck is melanated? Huh?
Melanated.
I knew a girl named Melanie. Did that mean she was dark skinned, but she was white?
But yeah,
Oh my
actually
God,
it means
that
dark.
But
It means dark.
I'm just saying, our people are weird. It's like consciousness pockets.
But more people starting to say melanated. That black thing is getting out there that they
It's
shouldn't be saying.
dead.
And more people are starting to say melanated.
And that's dope,
I ain't black,
and that's
man.
fine, but I don't want to get off the topic.
Okay, don't get up.
What I'm saying is there are consciousness pockets. A consciousness pocket is simple. You got a thug consciousness over here that says, I'm finna drive to the Truesdale Estates and break into somebody's house and shoot them.
That's the vibration.
Kool Mo D gave me the coldest acronym for thug. He said thug just represents the hard, unconscious God.
That is the illest.
That's what he called thug. He broke it into an acronym. The hard, unconscious God. That's what I said. There's consciousness pockets. In certain conscious pockets, niggas is like, you should never use the N-word. In other consciousness pocket, hey, wait a minute, you better research this motherfucking word and see how far back it goes and what it actually meant.
Okay.
Then another conscious pocket will say melanated.
Right.
Where, well, I don't know about all the melanated shit. That pocket is over there too. Then you have an indifferent pocket. I don't give a fuck. This shit ain't paying no bills, knowing I'm calling myself melanated or ADOS or FB. So we got so many pockets, and all those pockets are at war with each other, trying to justify their stance. You got a pocket over here that says, we not from Africa at fucking all. We originated here in America, right? So and then you got the Africans say, well, hold on, they check the DNA. Some of that shit is coming back here. It's just pockets of consciousness.
Meanwhile, those that call themselves white are, look at them.
Hey, that's
Look at them.
why this show is called Shadow Gems. Because they are the authors of what you argue over.
What?
So how the fuck you write and you didn't write it?
At all.
You
All these-
write and you didn't write it.
Flat Earth niggas.
All these cultural pockets make some real horrible cargo pants.
See now people can be considered as real even though they don't have a real experience.
That part.
See, we used to hit the Christians up, and the pastors used to hit the Christians up hard. Don't just say the words. You have to become the living embodiment of the shit, right? Don't just say the words. You got to become the living embodiment of the shit. Krishnamurti, same thing. You got to find a way to experience everything you say. I didn't roll out of the motherfucking bed knowing this information. I had to go in through the fire, the crucible, and be broken down.
Gotta put it to action.
And then I had to put it, ain't that what we, man, let me just, can we roll this bitch back to the early 2000s, nigga? We at Kevin's house. It's like a freestyle battle of niggas on knowledge.
Yeah.
right? Niggas is in there pushing each other. Hey, nigga, look that shit up, nigga. Hold on, you look. Hey, I got something for you to look at. It was a freestyle, you know, like battle environment of niggas studying.
Man, that's university. That's what they traditionally called university.
Building.
But meanwhile, I'm still stuck on you write and you ain't write it.
But again, you know why I can speak on Kev's work ethic and tenacity? Because I know him. I done sat with the motherfucker. Kev used to come out to my bookstore every Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? Sundays. Man, we sit the fuck down, man. Niggas is breaking bread. Niggas is reading books. Niggas is learning. That was a god. There was a that fucked me up when the dude pulled up on me yesterday.
Oh, when
Dave was like, hey man, I heard about the books, man. Give me all of them. I'm gonna get like 5 copies of each. I said, what the fuck? Then he asked about you. I said, man, again, and what he sparked was he was talking about a lot of shit that he's into, and I'm gonna bring all of y'all into with him.
You're not the chef,
oh man, he's doing some really big shit. And he was like, yo man, I had to come pay it forward for the shit that you laid down to me in the 90s.
That's how it works.
So he was like, I'm gonna bring you to my team. They got this, that, in the third.
They don't have AMC.
Nah, they don't fuck with it.
She said they don't got AMC though.
So this is about to be hella interesting, man. I got a couple of things I need to promote. Guess who's back in the building with your brother? Sarah, I don't know if you can find this fast.
Oh, Lord.
Do you know Bill Sauce? The hot sauce brand. Bill Sauce. They back in the loop. Another black-owned business that needs your support. Hey man, Bill Sauce and I, back in 2017, I was promoting them tough. And again, COVID hit them, you know, things had to slow down. And again, out of sight for black people, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? Can we all cash mob this black-owned business, all right? They got 3 types of hot sauce. All you gotta do is go to bealsauce.com. That's www.bealsause.com. Beal Sauce. They actually have a commercial that I sent to you, Sarah, but clearly it says our commercial right in the script I sent you.
My Lord.
Yes, we'll play it again during the show. But they got 3 types of sauces. Schmuckatelli sauces. Did I say sausage? They got 3 types of sausage.
They got some sausage.
Sausage.
You said sausage.
Sauces.
Or sausage?
Sauces. They got schmuckatelli, Sergeant Sauce, and Gunny Fire. You already see the level of intensity of each one. Please, please, please cash mob this black-owned business and support everything that they have in place.
You need to get on Hot Ones, my man. You get blow to LA.
Oh yeah, if you got on Hot Ones, that would be dope.
Anybody got links to Hot Ones, man? Y'all need to get in contact so we can get this.
Yeah, because that Gunny Fire had you tap dancing.
Yeah,
they take new hot sauces every season. They just finished their last season, so they're looking for new hot sauces for the next season. So Beal Sauce, y'all need to jump on in there, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So Beal Sauce is back in the building. Please support them. www.bealsauce.com. Kev, what do you have?
Yo, man, join the movement, everybody. People are learning the law out there. Don't y'all get left behind. Don't get
left.
Don't you get left back.
behind.
Get left.
The new or Greek.
So right here, police stop law package. It's what you need to know when you get pulled over by the police so that you don't get your ass beat
Oh my
or
Lord.
something worse. So constitutional rights card and qualified immunity card. One lets the police officers know what your rights are so that you don't have to speak to the police. So you should never, ever, ever, ever talk to the police because they're only trying to look for something to incriminate you. The qualified immunity card, that takes their qualified immunity away. When they do violate your constitutional rights, after you inform them they're in danger of doing that, that's when they lose their qualified immunity. Right here, this is the notice that goes right along with that. So you give, at the police stop, you give the police these 3 things. This is the traffic stop package that you would give them. Right here's the book where you learn all of your rights, though. When you're not doing that, you study at home with your kids. Make sure you sit down and throughout the week, study with your kids. Here's the flashcards. This is the cliff notes, so that you can, this is the quick way to learn. Sit down with your kids or send them to the room by themselves, and then you can test them later. And then when they do violate your rights, remember they have police insurance or what's called a public official bond. And no police officer can work in the United States without that bond. So when you place a lien on that bond, they cannot work that day, period. And so that's how you get back at them instead of trying to sue them, because if you sue them, it takes a couple of years for that lawsuit to go through, and they get paid the whole time while you're suing them. This way, bap, they off the job immediately. And so if you want the full package, go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Also, this is not on the website yet, but we got vaccine religious exemption cards.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Let me see this. Hold on.
We got vaccine religious exemption cards, and so it's not on the website yet, but they'll be up there by the end of the week. So make sure y'all go there. It's knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Yeah. And if you want that full package, and then if you want it for free, make sure you go to realnoggets.com. and order the Great Book of Melanin Research, all the research they've been doing on you for the past 116 years. This is all of the governments in the world. They come together every 3 years to talk about the melanin cell. You. And the only country that ain't in there is Africa. Only country that ain't coming together every 3 years talking about melanin is Africa. You think that's a goddamn coincidence? So it's right here in this book, why you're a superhero. realnoggets.com, and you get the you get the Alkaline Cookbook for free if you order the package. realnoggets.com for that, but make sure you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you just want the package by itself.
The government.
This nigga put it in his thing. I was gonna give you one. This nigga done ciphered it. I was gonna give you one anyway. This nigga done. He done pilfered the vaccine card.
Put that on the dashboard.
He done pilfered the vaccine card.
Hey, man. Hey, did y'all know that the community empowerment segment is part of the show?
Most deaf.
Yes. It's part of the show. People be like, oh, it's too long. And da, da, da. Listen, we like talking about black-owned businesses. We like getting you excited about supporting them. So we turn it into a barbershop-styled, conversation about products like X-Wolf. Hey, you want that suede billy club back? Go on in there, man.
That what?
Hey, that suede billy club.
Suede billy club.
You want that back? See, that's what it is. It's part of the show, right? So enjoy this part of the show. I know let me just say, man, there are a lot of people out there that don't want to hear this part of the show because they're not content with where they are in life.
I'm about to say,
and I'm just talking about financially. Sometimes when you hear a commercial about a product that you may want but can't afford it, there's a sense of, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to get to wherever. And I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, but sometimes it's just about hearing the right thing to do. You might not be able to do the right thing right now, but to have that seed planted that when you get good, when you get on your feet.
When you start your business.
Right, when you start your business, you're going to want your same people to support whatever it is that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So again, these companies that I put in front of you, man, sometimes they struggle. And they definitely struggle when I'm not on the air, and they definitely struggle when you don't support them. And that's why, man, when I see the growth of Kevin, I'll be like, man, and I'm just talking about your channel. Kevin's always been a solid motherfucker, in my opinion. I told Dave, man, we were like 30 years in.
Close to that 30 years.
That shit crazy, dog. We've been studying for 30 Years. Do you know what our people do? I mean, can we really deal with this? You know what our people will do? They will pick and choose between you and me.
What do you mean? What do you mean? How?
I like Professor.
It's
Professor
picking between me and Kev.
He was retarded.
It's like having a favorite child and you got 6 children.
That's retarded.
But niggas do that.
This is the dumbest shit ever.
Seriously.
Well, don't they do that when they do like Michael Jordan's better than Kobe?
You think?
That's the same thing.
You think they do that? I think they're comparing careers and not people.
Right.
But aren't they comparing people too?
They are people too, and it's a great point, but I think they're comparing career. They're not comparing the character of Kobe to the character of Michael Jordan. That's not what they're doing.
Okay.
Right.
True.
Right? They're comparing the careers.
Career.
Michael Jordan shot 50%. Kobe shot 46.5. So that means
Kobe chopped more jumpers.
so
Look at it like
they're
university.
comparing. I know because my brother Hassan brought up a great point, and we have to address that. Do we do that when we compare the greats in sports? No, because when we're talking about the greats in sports, we're talking about their accolades and accomplishments. We're not saying, you know what, I'd choose Jordan because Kobe is a racist. Or, no, excuse me, a rapist.
Rape.
But people do that though.
But I'm talking about, do you see what I'm saying? That's the majority of people are talking about their careers. They're not talking about their character, because imagine if Stephen A. and all of them guys got on the radio or got on their talk show or whatever and started talking about, you know what, I choose LeBron because Kobe had that situation in Colorado. Would that be considered ethical as journalists?
Of course not.
No. So what do they talk about? They talk about their careers in juxtaposition.
Right.
Well, a journalist would, a commentator won't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Journalists go do the research and dig it up and then present another kind of story.
People just talking heads just say whatever they want.
Exactly. I love that. That's good shit.
That works.
But what I'm saying is, we as a community can ill afford to pick and choose between Dom and Hassan.
But if you look at it like
Dom
university,
and Zoe.
when you go to UCLA, there's a bunch of top professors that you may see in your 4-year tenure. You understand me?
Somebody said TTT sidetracked the conversation. But not really. He asked a great question, though. No, not really. He asked a great question. And that's why he's here. He got his glasses on. He got his the tooth stud in there ready to go. I'm telling you, in a few months, that motherfucker he about to be the Cheshire Cat. Nigga.
You stupid.
You know what I'm saying? This about to be different.
Chester cat.
Oh, before I pass it to Hassan, real quick, Zoe Williams just got a television show deal.
Hey.
Marcus King and Tony Spires. You guys remember Tony Spires? He used to produce Def Jam comedy. Marcus King used to manage Jamie Foxx. Just signed a TV show deal with them.
What?
We shooting a TV show in
sir.
January next month. They motherfuckers was trying to shoot on the 21st of this month. I said, hold on, let me get my beard shaved.
Wait, first off,
Hold on.
21st is the solstice. Y'all need to be putting out your energy.
Right.
What you want for the next year on the solstice.
Right.
Powerful day.
We shooting it here in LA. Let me just say this. If there's some couples who want to come on and get that coaching work,
What?
email me at vor106@gmail.com. The situation shift with Zoe Williams.
Yes, sir.
This shit about to be crazy.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Hey,
All y'all that want free therapy, just is your opportunity, my
listen. See, again, you don't know where people are in their life. You don't know who they know. You don't know what kind of deals are being made. Motherfuckers be out rehashing shit from 9-10 years ago. listen, man, celebrate your people. When your people get a shot, celebrate them. Because celebrating and showing gratitude for their ascension is planting seeds for your own.
Come on, man.
Man, we got to support each other, man, regardless. Regardless, man, we got to support each other. And if a person's intent is right, then get behind them. The situation shift. Listen, we need a studio audience. If you want to be a part of the studio audience, if you want to be, because we got a limited seating where we are. Oh, it's going. When I don't want to give away the details of it. When I tell you how the show is laid out, we got real producers. We got real Hollywood folk that are backing this shit, that are getting on board. Shit, the situation shift with Zoe Williams. This shit about.
That's dope.
The email address is VOR106@gmail.com. If you want to be an audience member, if you're a couple that's going through some difficulty, get at me. Marcus King, y'all heard me talk about this a little while ago. Marcus King just took over his own Comcast channel.
Ooh.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I'll give all of those details later.
Oh, you been working. You been doing
Marcus just took over yeah, exactly.
Been working.
Marcus just took over a Comcast channel. So what's happening is Marcus is going to go through all the various Comcast networks across the country and fucking, you know the word? What do you do when you, it starts with an S, what do you do when you have a show that has a bunch of episodes? Syndication. And you know something about syndication, you get paid for every market you're in. Yeah. So let me just say.
Yes.
Yes. Every market
Syndication is
you're
the
in.
greatest word in Hollywood, nigga.
Syndication.
Syndication, nigga.
You get paid for every market that you're in?
Nigga.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
So look, stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay tuned, all right? Stay tuned.
Tuned.
I will tell you guys where everybody is going to be. I will tell you guys where the show is going to air. I'll tell you that. But right now, we need an audience for January. We need a couple. We need couples for multiple episodes because we want to bring in a couple for every episode. Please email me at VOR106@gmail.com. Timmy Tight Top. How tight is the top?
Can I add one more thing to it, though?
Yes.
Even if the situation that you want to work out is not, you're not in a couple and maybe in your family member or something like that.
All that. Co-worker.
Co-workers. Somebody you just haven't got rid of and want to, whatever it is. Email if you want to reunite with somebody.
Got rid of.
Reunited and it feels.
We're taking off.
Sarah, what's the email?
The email address is VOR106@gmail.com.
Hey, Timmy Tight.
Get it.
Thank you. I'm back in the building. Thank you.
If you do that tuning fork
You
one more
just
time,
hit that
I'm getting
tuning
up.
fork, nigga.
You're probably missing another two.
528.
Okay.
Oh, that's that heart shit.
Yeah.
Give me some of that piece.
What the Sarah? Okay.
Wait, didn't I just tell y'all don't do that on the
Hey,
mic?
listen.
Sarah, I need some healing.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Need some healing.
Healing.
What do you do? You
Sexual.
slap this
Anyway,
motherfucker like-
thanks for the support of We Juice. Keep it healthy. As I'm always going to say, heal thee is what we're doing with our life. Heal thee. Healthy. Heal the children. You know what I'm saying?
So healthy is heal.
Thee.
Okay.
Heal thee.
All that all week long.
It's all about healing thee.
My nigga got.
gotta set that shit up a little bit better. We didn't know what the fuck you
Well,
My nigga got notes.
anyway, so it's about gut health. Always that celery juice. Because you guys go to the page and you're like, I don't know what to do. But, you know, gut health, always remember the celery is always good for your gut health. Turmeric. Everybody needs the turmeric because anti-inflammatory. You guys had a guideline, anti-inflammatory. You know,
Oh, that's the.
right here, the vitamin orange chicken. You always need to keep your body up with the vitamin orange chicken. Right here, so strawberries, a high form of vitamin orange chicken, and blackberries. So all berries are a high form of orange chicken. Okay. So if you guys
Oh, website.
website, We Juice. Go to We Juice. support. If you don't know what to buy, you can support a sampler 6-packs. You have an energy 6-pack, detox 6-pack, immunity, and digestion. Okay, so support We Juice. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sarah's like, please stop.
She like, nigga.
Stop.
She
Go to
like, nigga.
WeGet.com. Keep your health up. Heal D.
Yeah.
And then my brother Dom.
Hey, yo, man, I'm a creator. I'm a writer. I made a TV show a couple years ago. It's called Honey Child. It's about a young, melanated female starting off in college. Go check it out on Amazon Prime. It's called Honey Child. 6 episodes.
Last thing, jhmci.com. You want a job from the crib? Contact these people. They will train you to be a medical coder. A medical coder, an affordable 4-month nationwide certified medical coding certificate. JHMCI, the number to dial is 916-524-4380. That's 916-524-4380. JHMCI.com. Please support this black-owned business, man. They're going to help you become a medical coder, a certified medical coder. Please inundate their website. Support, support, support. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. All right, this is our topic section of the show. And it's a lot of fuck shit going on. And I mean, all right, we'll see. Let's just start with this one, man. I don't even feel right about it. See, I'm a dot connector, right? I connect dots really well. I can see the sameness in apparently different things, right? Or opposite things, because opposites are essentially what their opposite is, right? You are what you're, like people don't, they're essentially the same thing. People don't understand, it says it in the Kabbalion, right? Everything gets reconciled. So in the Kabbalion, it talked about how temperature is all one thing.
Mm-hmm. Hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold. They're just different degrees of the same thing. So opposites are essentially the same thing, right? So I'm saying all of that to say I connect the dots. We cannot continue to be petty little boys and men, girls and women as a community. Mental illness is ubiquitous. It ain't just black people. It's ubiquitous. It's white folk too. Mental illness is ubiquitous. And the problem is we celebrate some of the lowest levels of consciousness because they entertain us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you sought entertainment over self-work. You sought entertainment over getting over whatever happened to you. And this is why you got motherfuckers in our community that make a living off of talking negatively about folk. About your own folk. Farrakhan spoke against it. Malcolm spoke against it. All these guys spoke against unity. All these guys spoke against being men about situations. Hey man, you got a beef with that brother, you take that brother outside and you talk to him, right? But what happens is the internet actually feeds the darkest part of ourselves. And I ain't gonna lie, it feeds some of my dark shit too. So this is the shit, that's why I say I connect the dots, man. This is the shit that really pissed me off. Gunman, black man, who killed in an apparent murder-suicide, identified by the police. Now, this dude did a video on YouTube after he killed his pregnant girlfriend. He said, man, I shot her in the head. I never thought, it was like a dream. It felt like a dream. I never thought I would be doing this. And he blamed the court system, child support. He blamed a lot of stuff, right? He was like, man, never play with people's emotions. And he's making this YouTube video. This is a brother. He made this YouTube video outside his ex-wife, outside of her crib. And he said in the video, I can't go to jail. So I'm telling you now, I'm going to kill her. And then I'm going to do myself. And he carried out the word. Because as he's talking, he was like, oh, there go my ex-wife right there. And the phone go off. And he went and shot and killed her.
Man.
And then later he killed himself. Howard County Police on Sunday identified 2 of the 3 individuals who were killed in an apparent double murder-suicide Saturday that spanned from Federal Hill to Columbia. Early Monday morning, Baltimore police identified the 3rd person. Police said Rajai Sharif Black, 44 years old, fatally shot his ex-girlfriend, Tara Labang, 41, inside a home in South Baltimore. He then traveled to Columbia to gun down his ex-wife, Wendy Natalie Black, 42 years old. Now here's the thing. Black has his children. Wendy had his children, 2 kids, I think. He's been in a court battle with them for 3 years, since 2018. And he talked about the source of his depression. So when you speak of depression, that's mental illness, right? Or a mental health issue, right? Not mental illness, but a mental health issue. And again, I understand why, if you don't have the tools like we talked about earlier today, you could resort to something like this.
Well, the tools in this society tell you more than likely to result in shit like this. Our entertainment. I mean, like, this society, what are we talking about?
Right.
I think it's more of a revelation that motherfuckers ain't wilding in the street daily. Like
the Wild Wild West.
Well,
I'm not giving this nigga a pass. Don't get it fucked up.
You mean with the system the way it is?
I'm just saying, like, what we born into, man, like, quite honestly, bro, like, even the shit we're taught, you know what I mean? They still making slave-ass movies. The fuck? Fuck I need a slave movie for in what you call 2021. I'm just saying the whole recipe for society has been bullshit. And I'm surprised that dude ain't more prevalent. I'm just surprised.
Homeboy said, can mental health be an excuse? Aunt Holmes said, can mental health be an excuse for premeditated murder? Well, of course, that's part of the law when they say he's legally not, or he's not legally competent.
Right.
But we're not. I don't know if this man is legally competent or not. What I do know is this man killed himself. It takes great strength to kill yourself. It takes, I would say, it takes more strength to kill yourself than it does to kill somebody else. Sure. But he killed his wife and his girlfriend because apparently his girlfriend was trying to play him with the court system with the unborn baby. He had already been going through a 3-year struggle in the court system with his woman. Let me just preface this by saying, I do not condone what this brother did.
Not at all.
And I don't condone the other part of the story that may be there. See, that's English prime.
That may be there.
Right, that may be there. I don't know if it's there. The other side of the story is that woman, Wendy, might have been pushing his buttons, might have been weaponizing the child against him. I heard one brother say that, a good brother named Kevin. We did a show together. She might have been weaponizing the child against him. He may have sensed, or because these are conversations we didn't have. I wasn't privy to. I don't know.
Right.
The new girl may have exhibited the same type of behaviors that his ex-wife did. But what do I teach? Claim over blame. You in a divorce, or your ex-wife or whatever, you in a custody battle with her, but you already in another relationship with another woman that you get pregnant. Maybe you moving too fast. Maybe you should clear up everything that needs to be cleared up with the ex-wife and the custody issue and the child support and all whatever else drama before. But what do I say? Relationship is the worst escape, right? Because you running from you and wind up with the same version of your ex-wife. because that's not reconciled. So you get another woman, but the same issue, and it pushes you over the edge. Self-work must be done at all times. This is tragic because those 2 kids that survived this have no parents.
No parents, man.
Y'all thoughts on this, man? This was crazy, man. The brother just...
Man, I don't even know what to say to stuff like this, man.
It's monstrous.
You know, again, if the, you know, a lot of people can claim that part. The system does make, you know, you kind of lose a little bit because it's stacked against you. And it's, you know, if you're going through some child shit, the system is also, it's stacked or it's in favor of the woman in the system. So you're right. We don't know what was happening on the back end.
We don't know. We weren't
if he
there.
was going through some shit, you know. Usually that is what happens, but like you said, we don't know what was going on. But to reach that point to where you want to take somebody else's life, to me, that is the punk way out.
So Full
O
just said, yeah, nah, no excuse. Things happen in this world, but it's our duty to leave it better than what it is. This is never the right way. Nobody
but we're just
comment, but nobody here is condoning that. And as Kev said, it is a weak way. It is the punk way
to go out.
Absolutely, it is.
Instead of dealing with it. So the term cope, though the word cope, the etymology of that means to punch back. So truly coping means to fight back. That is, if you want to truly have some coping mechanisms, you have to fight.
I love it.
Whenever you feel that you get down into these states, to truly cope is, you got to go through it.
Fight back against your unclaimed, unhealed darkness. Fight back. Don't make it comfortable. Make your inner darkness uncomfortable by challenging it. What the fuck you still doing here? Yep. You want to get to work today or no? Get on your own ass.
Yes.
But a lot of people got all this great advice about motherfuckers they don't know.
Hold on.
And was he not exhibiting like these type of breakdown type behaviors before then?
Did you not see this after the first baby?
Yeah. And the thing is, if he had these thoughts, did he present them to you beforehand and you just laughed them off? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's interesting.
It has to go. That has to go both ways.
That was big. That was big.
Huge.
The universe will always show you. It will always warn you.
Come on, Ken.
But he does seem happy right here, even in this little clip.
That's because he's smiling.
Right.
Right? And this...
Yeah, people take pictures all the time when they angry as shit and they're still smiling. You never know.
This might have been a job picture for his ID.
Right.
But no, because that's the date. That's the date, right? The 13th.
That ain't the day he did it.
Oh.
That picture, you assuming that picture.
Oh, yeah. That's the day he did it. That nigga took a picture like, hey, I'm about to go kill somebody. Oh, hey.
Happy as hell.
No, I'm assuming that's the
What I'm about to do, I'm about to be broke up with my girl.
Right? Turn up. About to go pop this bitch.
Dr. D in the chat room says, dealing with emotional pain is not taught. You must seek it out. True and false. Because if you're in an emotionally healthy environment, you model the environment, i.e. you're being taught.
Yeah.
Now, relationship clinicians have already shown you this. Children inherit the coping mechanisms, the communication styles, the conflict management styles from their caregivers. Yep. And they carry that shit into their life. So and I'm not trying to diss you, Dre D. I'm saying you got to expand on your statement. You said dealing with emotional pain is not taught. I'm saying yes and no. It might not be taught in a technical way, like at school. Hey, this is the emotional awareness class. This is emotional IQ class. But it is being taught in the sense that you are modeling your home environment. And the way they deal with shit is how you gonna deal with shit. Even if you step out and say, I'm finna deal with shit in the opposite way of what I modeled.
It's still what you were modeled.
But that's what you modeled is the motherfucking epicenter of how you move, right? And that's just what it is. So yes, you are learning in that sense, and it is being taught. It is a type of education. That goes back to Krishnamurti when he says, knowledge of self is the education that you can never graduate from. That's some lifelong, you're going to be learning shit about yourself.
Till you up out of here.
Until you're done. And you won't even be through a third of the book of this life.
Right.
Before you get snatched the fuck up out of here. Do you understand?
But I also think that all females should register for a firearm. I think they should be trained in order, because a lot of these guys out here are method actors. And they're very into their character until you find out that they're crazy as fuck.
So wait, let me pull back on that just a little bit. Let me push back just a little bit. Some of the guys out here are method actors.
True.
We got to stop speaking in absolutes, because not everybody is mentally ill, or not everybody can be pushed over the edge like that, right? So you got to remember, and this is no disrespect to anybody, if you're dissatisfied with your relationship options, chances are you're the problem.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
For real.
You got to go back and go, why do I get the one with schizophrenia and narcissism?
Every single time.
Why do I get the bipolar piece every single time? Right? Why do I get the asshole, the sullen, avoidant, non-committal? If you're not looking inward and saying, how is this nigga a reflection of this nigga?
Common denominator.
Yeah. Well, what about me attracts this type of person? So yes, there's some accountability and some culpability on that end as well. On to the next story. Peace to the kids that are still alive. I know this is going to be a tough one to process and heal from. But as a family, we should all send, like, y'all don't understand, man, collapsing the wave function. Everybody should just send a silent little prayer out to them kids. Peace to their heart. Hope they grow up better. It's going to be difficult, but hopefully they can overcome this. Right. On to the next story. Former Sony PlayStation executive under investigation after appearing in a pedo sting video.
Okay. Okay.
San Diego Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force is looking into the matter.
Haircut said it all.
A Sony senior vice president who worked on the PlayStation Network was fired from his position after being caught in an amateur pedophile sting video. San Diego police confirmed Thursday he is now under investigation, not arrest. George Casipio, yeah, that's his name, Casipio, was allegedly trying to arrange a meeting with a person claiming to be a 15-year-old boy, according to a video posted December 3rd by YouTube channel. By the YouTube channel People versus Preds. That's a YouTube channel. Go check it out. People versus Preds. And it's spelled and it's spelled People V
Preds.
Period.
Okay.
Preds. Preds. Oh, man. This dude has been a senior VP of engineering at Sony for the past 8 years, according to his LinkedIn profile. He has been fired after allegedly appearing in the video.
Yeah.
And he's still
Bussy
not in
dancer.
jail.
Man.
But he's still not in
Shout out to
jail.
my brother Tariq Nasheed. Bussy dancer. This dude is a bussy dancer. Man, Tariq is the motherfucking E40 of YouTube. He should create a whole dictionary of all the little terms he got. Bussy is a horrible one. Boy pussy.
Boy, bussy.
Bussy.
There's a club at a certain echelon. It's clear. It's obvious. There's a club at a certain echelon.
Oh, yeah.
And Sony higher up. I'm sure he knows my man.
You hang around the right motherfuckers, and you get called in.
Well, why little boys they cup of tea?
Right.
That's what I'm like.
Ask the
like
Catholic
the ones
Church.
that don't bang
Ask the
good yet.
Catholic Church.
Ask the Catholic Church.
Like we playing games as if
They at the head of the damn ring.
exactly. Like this shit
They're
ain't
at the
like
head of
prevalent
allegedly.
at a certain level though. We playing like this ain't. We don't know that this shit ain't popping at a certain level of hierarchy, quote unquote hierarchy.
Well, you do know suppression will manifest itself in different ways.
Oh, true.
Dude, the biggest thing going on right now, what they tried to hide you from, hide from you with the distraction of the Kyle Rittenhouse bullshit, was the Ghislaine Maxwell case.
Ghislaine.
They don't talk about that at all.
But let me go back. Let me just say this. You live in a society that religiously suppresses you under the cross, right?
Talk about it.
So, just general, yes, under the cross. Yeah. We talk about Catholicism, we're talking about that's a guilt doctrine.
Man, straight up.
And many religions use guilt,
Oh.
to get you to submit to the rules of their belief system.
Submit.
Yes. So just understand this. What you not dealing with and what you're suppressing will find a way to express itself. So for the Catholic Church, you didn't get some naturally asexual motherfuckers to become priests. Like I can see if they was just naturally asexual.
Right.
Like, I'm not interested in sex naturally. There's a sliver of the population of motherfuckers that say, I'm not interested.
A very small sliver.
It's a sliver. But the average man, you go into the church, you have to divest from, sex and physical acts in that way. And they should have a whole system of how to do that. But I don't know if they do. I don't know the rules of the Catholic Church, but I know suppression leads to expression.
It sure does.
So I'm a priest and I'm attracted to the altar boy.
Or maybe you were already attracted to the altar boy before you became a priest.
How about that?
That's the best way for me to get some altar boy pussy. Sick of this shit.
How about that?
Sick of this shit, man.
Hey, I'm finna join the church. Say it again, Dom.
Ain't that the best way? Ain't that the easiest
boy
way?
Dom, say it one more time. I'm finna join.
Off the boy pussy.
I'm gonna join because that's where I can find the altar boy pussy.
So the church is like the club.
What?
It's the bussy
Always,
club.
it's always been.
Always
Lord.
been.
First of all, if they a lot of pastors that I know have multiple children throughout the community. Either they hoes or homosexuals. They did H&H.
It's
okay?
a hoe either way.
It's the hoes or
It's a
homosexuals.
hoe either way. Hoe homosexual.
Yep. And then you have some that may be holy, but that's such a small factor.
If she knows that, then why?
Do you see what I'm
I come
saying?
from that
What
profile.
do you have to say?
Well, hold on. I got a problem with that statement you just made.
Uh-oh. Bop, bop, bop,
If
bop.
you stating all this stuff, then why was you so religious?
Due to the fact I wasn't religious, I was spiritual, and I went there for God, not the people.
Due to the fact is what she said.
So spiritual, okay, so what is spirituality? What is that? What is that the practice of? Because what we practice is not
I
spirituality.
love it. Let's go.
Spirituality actually deals with your chakras, crystals.
But let me tell you something. I'm a girl from 3rd Ward, Texas, baby. I wasn't raised on no chakras.
But say
I was raised on okra and
that's
tomatoes,
the true
baby.
form of
Let me tell you,
spirituality, though.
I had some cornbread.
That's the true form of it.
This-
It's actually our knowledge of like astrology, the science of that.
Baby, I know I'm a Virgo, but let me tell you this. I developed a personal relationship with God throughout the years, and who I deem to be that entity in my life differs from other people, and it's also different from the people in which I grew up around.
I want you to finish your thoughts, Sarah. I just want to interject. Different in name only. Right?
Okay, what you mean?
Not different in substance, different in name only. You said who I choose to believe is different, but different in what we call it, but not different in substance. Finish what you were saying.
Potato, tomato. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole,
Potato,
like,
tomato.
It's like no, but it's like a played up version of that. I mean, like ultimately, like a lot of people stopped talking to me once I got out of the homosexual lifestyle and I went into study.
Were you a homosexual or a lesbian?
I was a lesbian,
Yeah,
but
was it.
homosexuality.
Or is that all under
encompasses
one
both.
umbrella?
Homosexual means man lover, really.
Yeah.
It means man
That's what
lover.
I'm saying. So is that all under one umbrella?
No.
Homosexuality?
No, they call it same sex. They call it same sex.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
Well, I didn't know how none of that, child. I was just me personally. I think it was easier for me to get out because the only reason why I got in because I had low self-esteem and a bitch was giving me attention. You know, so so that was my whole thing, which is I think different from a lot of people that experience that particular lifestyle. When I left it and I got really involved in the church, I went to seminary school, did all these different things because I wanted a greater sense of self, a greater sense of God and who I choose God to be in my life. And it taught me a lot of things. But a lot of people stopped messing with me because they automatically thought that every view that they had from every Christian that they knew was now my belief. I never put my convictions off on somebody else. And therefore, I don't want you to put it on me. I decided to do the work myself and to realize who that person is.
You said who you choose God to be.
Mm-hmm. Who I discovered God to be to me.
Okay.
Maybe that's a better explanation.
Thank you.
That's better. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's fine. Because I was going to say, I agree with that too. Because we choose God to be what we want it to be.
Absolutely.
And God says, all right, I'll manifest as that.
Personal pan pizzas.
Sex. Sex is some people's God.
You understand?
Indeed.
This is very interesting shit, man.
Money, right.
But
Money. Money is a God.
I was one of the ministers at the church that many people will come listen to, but a lot of people really didn't fuck with me because
You was ministering?
I used to do conferences and all this kind of stuff. Okay. But the thing is that a lot of people, because my belief is that a lot of times people are caught up in shit like this man right here with this haircut because they suppressed a lot of things. They didn't give it to God, or they didn't ever deal with it.
But that was the point I was making. Mm-hmm. You're making that point for me, which is
suppression.
What you suppress, you will eventually express.
Exactly.
It's really that simple.
Because that's how I got on the associate pastor Sunday.
That's why the preachers ought to be buck wild.
That's why the preachers ought to be
buck wilding up there.
And it's always such excitement and stuff that seems to be so sneaky and secretive. Like that.
But I ain't gonna lie, I like a freaky preacher.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
For me.
It's beautiful. Sometimes freaky preachers' daughters have a little decorum, and they know how to be quiet about it all. You'll never know.
Oh, sure.
All the people that have chat room that want me to be quiet, don't be worried about it because I can tell my story and you can't.
Don't worry about it, Sarah. Hey, on to the next story. Parents alerted school officials to threats 2 weeks before Michigan campus rampage. $100 million suit claims.
They got the word out before. They got the word.
In
2
other
weeks
words, the
before
parents warned the school officials 2 weeks before the fuckery
This shit
happened.
happened anyway.
According to CNN, the parents of 2 Oxford high school students are suing school officials claiming last week's fatal shooting in Michigan were entirely preventable and that the defendants created and increased the dangers then existing at Oxford High School. Let me explain this whole story real quick and then I'm gonna throw it to y'all. All you gotta do is watch episode The Boondocks. I'm gonna give y'all some game on this story right here. This is Boondocks episode that will explain it all for you. Let's see. I'm on Wi-Fi in here. There's a motherfucking episode that you simply just gotta watch. I think it's season 1, episode 11. Okay. This is when Riley goes over to the Onceler's house, and you know he's hanging out with the Onceler's nephews, them two white boys who talk black. One of them is Ed and Rummy. One of them is voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. Huey is about to beat Riley's ass because he said, you got to stop hanging with them motherfuckers. They be doing wild shit and always getting out of trouble. But you black, you might fall fucking with them. The whole episode is about how white people just can't be criminals.
Right.
The police brought this nigga's wallet back to him.
That's right.
In the episode after they just kidnapped Bill Cosby. They was trying to kidnap Oprah, but they kidnapped Maya Angelou. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And them motherfuckers is at the kidnapping of Bill Cosby, and they mad it ain't Oprah. Right. And then Samuel L. Jackson's character is like, look, man, who else could say that they got motherfucking Bill Cosby tied up? Man, you doing good shit, man. Don't even trip up.
That's the greatest cartoon.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It was so fucking funny.
That is generally how white folk see white criminals. This is what happens when you define a white lie as innocent.
White privilege.
So now it's a white criminal that's innocent until proved. That's where it comes from. This white man was under tremendous stress.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
It's Christmas time and things were going bad for him. You can't imagine
the stress he was under.
Do you see what I'm saying? So again, we live in a society that has pause for white criminality. Back to the preacher. How come you're not in jail? You was at a sting trying to get some 15-year-old.
Yeah, why is he not in jail?
Because they call him white, although he's not. Therein lies the madness where we live. We live in madness. You white? You not white? You ain't never been white. This shit crazy.
White legally means master.
Bomb.
Uh-oh. The White Tower.
Huh? That's what it means?
Yeah, white legally means master, black means slave. That's why you need to stop calling yourself that.
Well, and tell them in what context so they can follow you. You know, whether it's etymology, just tell them, because etymology
legally.
That's what I said.
That's what I said. I said legally, white is master.
And show them where they can find that.
You can go look into Black's Law, but you have to kind of cross-reference it. So with Bouvier's Black's Law and Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. So if you get those three law dictionaries, you can cross-reference it.
Nice. We was reading the shit out them motherfuckers. I got them all.
Man.
You know? So that's why it's important to understand what he meant by that. Legally, black, slave, white, master. But etymologically, they mean the same thing. Black and white come from the same root, correct?
Right. Crayola.
Pale or yellow.
This is crazy, man.
So, but yeah, that's why they legally, it's a social construct. So all the black people, minorities, also another term that means insane or lunatic. Actually, the term minor or minority means lunatic. You can trace it back to the term lunatic. So you call yourself all these terms legally, and it takes your power away legally. While Caucasian people, they walk through the system with all the power, just by the very term white. Just by the very term white.
Okay, then I'm white then.
You could be, dude. Since 1960, this is what most motherfuckers don't know. Since 1960, you can call yourself whatever the fuck you want on the census. It's legal. You can call yourself white, Caucasian, African American, Indian. They don't give a shit. It's called self-identity. They said, you need to tell us who you are, and then we'll deal with that after that.
Now, and remember this story. Remember this story here. The PlayStation exec didn't say he was under arrest.
Nope.
He said he was under investigation.
He had the crib.
Investigation.
And he was on TV?
Man. Should have had him on the Catch a Predator one. But homeboy.
This shit is insane, man.
It's insane.
Oh, and by the way, a lot of fuck shit going on in the world. Like, the shit is getting crazy Men at at the post office paid carriers to steal credit cards up to $750,000 in worth.
Damn.
As well as their identity, the DA says.
Wow.
This motherfucker paid the UPS.
That's the Postal Service.
Yes. Several mail carriers for the United States Postal Service was paid by a ringleader to steal credit cards from the mail. So the post office. This is some motherfucking Frank Lucas shit who got his blue magic brought in through the military. Motherfuckers is doing business with the government. Criminal business, right? Again, this dude delivered over $750,000 in an identity theft scam. A district attorney's office said more than 1,000 credit cards were stolen from customers in New York and Virginia. Michael Richards, 37 years old, who was the ringleader, according to authorities, was charged with recruiting several UPS workers. Let me just... He was charged with recruiting them. So that's a charge.
Racketeering.
Okay, so say racketeering. Because it almost, the way that's worded, sounds like the USPS Postal Service workers were brainwashed by this dude.
I'm about to say. See, that's what I'm about to
That's
say.
how it was. You see what I'm saying? Wait a minute. What's their charge?
Yeah, and then hold up.
No, see, I just want to read one more time. Michael Richards, 37, who was the ringleader, according to authorities, was charged with recruiting. Now, in recruitment, you got to convince, you got to cajole, you got to...
By the time you tell me the games, though, I'm gonna say, yo, Kev, who the fuck is this nigga?
Yep.
Fuck this nigga. Like,
I'm
what?
interested to know.
You understand me? Like, what? He done gave me the game on how to do it, and I work at this motherfucker.
Well, you know he white because they haven't showed his picture.
I was just about to say, what's the niggas?
Well, that don't make entirely all the sense because they just showed honky tonk.
True.
Yeah.
But he's a pedophile.
The
That's
pedophile.
different.
Oh, so they don't like all the pedophiles.
They
No,
showed
pedophiles don't like pedophiles, but
They don't like pedophiles getting caught.
Oh, so wait, hold on.
Send that nigga to the woods.
So they done sacrificed this nigga.
Send that nigga
Now
out
you
there to the
know.
woods. Right.
Hold on.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Now you know. That's some cold shit right there.
You get
Now,
caught.
you know this shit supposed to be quiet. Mm-hmm. You know it's supposed to be quiet.
On the low, baby.
And you out here making a scene.
Put the rest of us in jeopardy. You know the consequences. Come
Nigga.
on, man.
You out here cultivating boy calamari.
You out here wilding. I'm telling you. Man, this shit is real too. Go watch a movie called Red Handed. There's a movie that came out in 2019, right at the Pandeezy. It's called Red Handed. And it deals with these officials. Basically, it deals with the sacrifice to Moloch. Moloch is Saturn, in your ancient lore. So, but the people who are doing the so they're sacrificing these kids, and they're getting these kids all inducted into this sacrifice. Dude, this shit is crazy. It's called Red. Y'all have to go watch it. Just came out. No one knows about this movie. It was a movie that was put on the low it was like a movie released for the industry. It was like what you call B movie. This was like an F movie. Nobody was supposed to see this movie, but it's all about sacrificing children to Moloch or Saturn. But at the end, I don't want to tell y'all what the end, but
because Saturn eats the babies.
Right. At the end, during the sacrifices, politician from Washington, D.C. was the head goddamn priest who was doing the sacrifice and told the little kid he was about to take him back to Washington where he was gonna live out his life as a sex slave and then be sacrificed to something. I'm like,
hey,
man, they told you the whole fucking thing in that movie.
Hey.
Red Handed. Go watch that movie.
We talked about this movie before.
Man.
The one with Heath Ledger. The Sin Eater.
Oh, what's the name of it? The Order.
The Order.
The Order.
The Black Pope.
Yes.
That motherfucker was like a cardinal or some shit. But he was a part of the demonic underground. He was the nigga called for the sin eater because he got sick and was getting ready to die.
Yep.
And he wanted absolution of his sin. This nigga was debaucherous.
Nigga.
This motherfucker had a mask on, dressed in all black, had bitches.
Yep.
And then he called for Heath Ledger's character so he could get the sin taken out of his ass.
So he can motherfucking go to heaven.
But Heath double-crossed his ass because he was a dirty motherfucker.
Yep.
Because Heath got fucking duped into becoming the Death Eater. Y'all gotta go see that movie.
Yeah, that shit is dope. We don't want to tell you what happened, but
it's
that's how I get
science.
it, yeah. But Red-Handed, though, is all about the underlying pedophile ring that's going on throughout allegedly in Washington, D.C. And they had
so you be invisible? You visible. You going to jail.
Man, if y'all see that movie and be tripped out about that whole shit, how they right from the jump, they let you know about the sacrifice to Moloch. The whole thing begins with it.
So let me just say this, man. This shit, I said this when it first happened. I said, this is a setup. This ain't real. When this shit first happened, I said, this is some fuck shit of the highest order, and it's stank. According to the NY Post, Chicago, Jussie Smollett left. He left the criminal court building Thursday looking as stoic and defiant as ever. They said he was arrogant, despite being found guilty of staging a fake hate crime. Who paid you? Who do you work for? Let's not act like CIA, FBI don't have tentacles in Hollywood.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't act like.
I've been saying this for years. Real Hollywood, not the movies, not the Matrix.
No.
Real Hollywood is government and politics. That's the real.
Absolutely, the CIA,
Housewives of Washington,
and the
D.C.
FBA has infiltrated Hollywood. If you think they just let that motherfucking an industry that has that type of control over the minds of people, if you think they let that shit go unchecked without them niggas being with the puppetry in the background, you
Honestly,
insane.
I think it was sanctioned by it from the beginning.
Found guilty. I mean, this don't even sound like black people shit.
Justice for Juicy.
I mean, it was a whole outcry. All of our sisters, y'all be loving LGBT and rainbows. Y'all all jumped out and was like, leave him alone.
This nigga said he was the fucking gay Tupac. What the fuck?
That's what he said.
I'm the gay Tupac.
Gay shit is that.
Nigga, the gay Tupac? What the boy?
When Smollett is sentenced next month, prosecutors said they plan to emphasize his bizarre turn on the witness stand, in which he lied for hours and hours and hours. This is written by the New York Post. About how two Trump-loving bigots beat him up. He was in a relationship with one of them.
Wow.
Tied a noose around his neck and doused him in bleach. Who paid you? This is staged for some reason. You did that to get what? Sympathy?
No.
On the show? That's what we heard first.
Yeah, he was trying to get paid more. He was trying to get paid more, and if he became this figure, this uncancelable figure, because now he's this, for the LGBT community, he became this figurehead. Now you can't, you know what I'm saying, when he gets a pushback,
You can't write me off the show.
You can't write me off the show, but not only that, when I say I want more money, you know what I'm saying, and if I have this army behind me, and then and they don't give me the money, then I go tweet to my army that, you know, they're being discriminatory or whatever. The backlash that the channel would have behind that. So that's what he was trying to do.
So he's trying to become more powerful.
Yeah.
He wanted a he-hive.
Yes.
Like Beyonce.
A he-hive.
He wanted a he-hive.
A he-hive.
Instead of the beehive, he wanted to create a he-hive.
He wanted a he-hive. Nigga, that's hilarious. He wanted a he-hive.
trying to create a hive,
Nigga,
y'all.
for real, nigga. That's funny. That's exactly what that nigga wanted,
exactly
though.
what he
That's
wanted.
exactly what he wanted.
Shit.
Hey, real quick, to this, on the white privilege shit we was talking about before, the very definition of white privilege, there was this story that came out, or there's a channel that breaks down people who beat the system, and one of the stories, all you need to do is type that in YouTube, you'll find it. One of the people they talked about was this father who, before basketball games, he used to call the stadium and say, yo, I work for Sports Illustrated Kids, and I'm coming there with a child reporter, and the child reporter is going to do interviews with some of the, the athletes. Can you accommodate me? Can you make the accommodations with press passes and blah, 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 this and that? So they were, oh yeah, sure, no problem. So this motherfucker would go down there with his son, and they would have this, shit on, and they'd be acting like they would press pass with cameras and shit. And so they'd be introduced, and he had pictures with Jordan and Kobe and all this motherfucking shit. Never got caught. The only reason we know about it is because the kid, he grew up and wrote a book on how he used to get through. Now, no nigga would ever be able to do that. No nigga would be ever be. As soon as you got to the stadium and they saw your ass and you said you was a reporter for Kids, Sports Illustrated, they were like, nigga, what? Yeah. They be on the phone. Sports Illustrated Kids. do you have a reporter named, what's your name, sir?
The ones that would check the black people like that be niggas.
Will be black.
Right, you're right. Exactly. It would have been the niggas. Absolutely right. So that is when I saw that, I'm like, this is the very definition of Caucasoid privilege.
Yeah, but the thing is, but also with black people, it's not that they may not believe you or hating on you. They hating on you because they didn't think of it first. That's how the niggas don't get in. They're like, no.
You ain't getting in here, nigga. If I ain't getting in, you ain't getting in, nigga.
All right, we got almost 900 folks in the chat room and less than 400 likes. Come on, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's get this conversation trending. Again, the Situation Shift TV show coming with Zoe Williams. It's my TV show. The Situation Shift with Zoe Williams talk show. It's going to be so fly. It's going to be so live. If you want to be a part of the live audience, all you got to do is email me at vor106@gmail.com. That's vor106@gmail.com. Please, please, please support my new talk show. It goes into full production in January, but we are shooting different pieces at this month. Segments this month, coming next week. So I got to get all shaved and suited and booted and real fly. Listen, if you are a couple having issues, married or single, I mean, not married or cohabitating, doesn't matter. You don't have to be married. If you're single and you're struggling with finding somebody, if you're having difficulties at work, your work relationships are suffering, this is the show for you. All you got to do is email me, vor106@gmail.com. Couples who need help, couples who need to be saved, couples who are reading The Shrouded Lighthouse, a relationship dismount, as well as the holographic relationship. If you want to be on the show, email me, vor106@gmail.com. Also, please don't forget, too many people in here not to support my new book, theshroudedlighthouse.com. Can we get 100 orders? Can we get 200 orders? Is 800 people in here? Can we get 20% of everybody to go buy this new book right now? It's a great book. Please support. Also, please support Sarah. Sarah's Cashapp. She does a great job here.
Sarah's
hilarious. We love her insight, her production, everything. We love it. Please support Sarah at Sundays with Sarah, or $ Sundays with Sarah. Please support her as well. And everybody that has hit the super chat, let me just say thank you. We appreciate you for parting with some of those twos and fews. Please continue to hit the super chat button. Show your love. Hit the like button. It's just, come on, guys. Hit the like button. That's the big deal right now, so we can get that algorithm popping. I'm on to the next story. And boy, we got a lot of them. So niggas are gonna starve. That's really what's gonna happen.
What you mean, bro?
Well, yeah, what do you mean?
There's so many ways to kill a black man. And white supremacy is hell-bent on mastering the 1,000 ways to kill a nigga.
He been on that. 1,010.
Do you know the concept that I presented to you earlier is manifest in our community right now? How we brothers and we picking and choosing who we fuck with. This is what I mean by that. Me and Dom. You know, Dom talk too much. He be interrupting and shit, jumping in. I don't like that nigga. But I fuck with Kev.
That's what somebody said?
No. This is not real. This is a scenario. But I fuck with Kev. They on the same show. We got to stop that divided shit, because I'm telling you, this shit is coming down the pike.
Boy.
It's 2021. Believe me, they are working on rewriting society, but not just American society. They're working on rewriting global society. And a lot of times, the best way to break down the family unit, the best way to break down a sense of camaraderie amongst your people is to do right by some of your people while shitting on another segment of your people. Now, trust me, this is going down. When niggas is finding fault with each other, the motherfucking wheel of time, that motherfucking TV show, boy. The wheel of time is pushing on.
Oh, you nigga. Woo.
Right? The wheel of time and their agenda is being put into effect while we waste time. Let me say, what's the most expensive thing you wasted money on?
Women.
Wow. Man, bang. As you say, bang.
Bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Right? What's the most expensive thing you've wasted time on?
Is that for me too?
Yes, it's for you.
Should I say the same? I want to say what he just said.
You can.
Oh, women.
Kev, what about you?
Shit, I don't really waste money. I'm not a money waster, nigga. I
Okay,
don't
so
waste
before.
It would, if you had to put it down, it would probably be women.
Nigga, candy.
Candy?
I done wasted
Oh, yes, true.
No, you're right.
tens of thousands of dollars.
Absolutely right. Sugar. Absolutely right. I would put sugars first.
Which is women, but yeah.
I also
No, sugar.
listen, man.
Yes. Still now. Like,
So the point that I'm trying to make is, listen. Was there some shit you binge watched just because it was entertaining, and you know?
yeah, all the time.
But ultimately, it was dumb. It didn't make you better. It didn't grow you up.
Too many times.
But it just made you feel good.
It just, you got through the shit because you needed to get through something to get you to the next.
Right.
That time is, you can't recoup.
Love at the lockup.
At all.
So the reason why I'm saying all that, look at this. Here we go. Sarah, you said what was your show?
Love after lockup was my
Love after lockup.
Love after lockup.
It was like all these like
Love
women
after
that had pen
lockup.
pals and stuff. Guys was sending money. One lady had got over $500,000 from men saying that she would be with him once she get out, which fed her heroin
What?
addiction, and she was a heroin kingpin in the jail.
Oh God, who used to watch Jersey Shore?
Come on.
Bruh, with Snooki?
Just a waste of life.
Just a waste of life.
That could never be retrieved. So while we're wasting time on frivolous shit, bickering, arguing, disrespect, speaking on shit we don't know about, all kind of weird shit is going on. While we're doing that, this is what Georgia is doing for sisters. See, this is another move.
Excellent.
This is another move This is another move to pit us against each other. Hundreds of black women in Georgia to receive guaranteed income through nonprofit program that aims to fight economic inequality. Economic inequality. According to Tone Talks, sisters make more money on the dollar than brothers. Especially when you throw in the salaries of the black men that are incarcerated. They get paid pennies.
Right. Slavery, pretty much.
Sisters make 63 something, 63. So $62 on 62 cents on the dollar. White women make about 74 cents on the dollar. Black men is said to make about 64 cents on the dollar. Okay? Sisters, right there's a 2 cent difference where the black man is making more. But when you throw in the inmates and their salary, black men's salary fall all the way down to like 51, 52 cents, 10 cents less than sisters.
So sisters about to get universal basic income.
No,
they're gonna leave the brothers out. Okay.
But it's also because they're calculating all the women that have children. So it's not like they're actually just doing the women a favor, it's doing their children a favor too, which actually perpetuates the stereotype that men don't take care of their kids, so the government have to assist the women. The government has to be the black woman's daddy, the black woman's husband.
The black woman's man. Say it the way.
The man.
The government is my man.
It's my main man.
And has been since the 70s.
Here we go. Hundreds of black women in Georgia soon could be getting roughly $800 a month as a part of a new initiative to boost financial stability, mental health, and address the racial wealth gap. The racial wealth gap doesn't just affect our sister. It affects our brothers too. Los Angeles has the largest homeless population in America. Los Angeles, LA. The largest homelessness population is here. Do you know 60% of the homeless in LA are black men?
Are they?
Yeah.
Georgia Resilience and Opportunity, GROW, G-R-O fund, and nonprofit Give Directly recently announced plans to give up to $650 or give up to 650 black women in the Peach State $850 a month in cash for the next 2 years, no strings attached, as part of a new program called In Her Hands. Listen, no disrespect. Those women out there need that money. Those women out there need that support. Those women out there need it, but black people need it. It's not a black female wealth gap. It is a black people wealth gap. See, they don't want to help the black man.
I was just about to say, nigga, why you tripping? You know they ain't trying to empower niggas.
I'm not tripping. I'm just putting the story out.
You know they ain't trying to give niggas no power.
But in the state of Georgia, you know how many niggas in Georgia and you only give them the 650? That ain't shit.
Nigga, they ain't trying to
really
raise.
ain't shit.
They ain't trying to raise Black Panther. Nigga.
A couple years ago, when I
they
first
trying to
heard
do
about,
that.
a couple years ago, when I first heard about universal basic income, I thought to myself, in a place like capitalism, how are they going to implement it? You know, because it flies in the face of capitalism. Universal basic income is the exact opposite of capitalism, and I was trying to figure out. But here it is.
You're moving to a socialist government. That's what this whole one
and we can
world
split
pandeezy
motherfuckers
shit
at
is
the
about.
same time.
They had to. America's last country.
Man, I just be tripping off motherfuckers, man. They just don't understand.
No.
What's going on in the world around you?
Nope.
Be thankful for what you got. Wow. That's all I can say. Be thankful for what you've achieved.
The whole plan was to move this into a one world government, socialism, basically, which is why they started these parties, the democratic socialists back in the day. But if you study history, the Bolshevik Revolution is how they flipped Russia. And they started it with something called socialist democrats. And they basically just did the same thing over here and flipped it because Americans forgot, because it was so damn long ago in Russia, and they gave you the same thing. They're about to flip your government, give you a socialist government.
And it's happening.
Yep. It's right now. This whole mandate, unconstitutional, man, all of that shit. They ain't supposed to be able to do none of this shit under the Constitution. And the courts have told you when they stopped Biden, when they halted Biden's mandates. Two times they ruled against it. Said, this nigga, you got some constitutional violations in here that is crazy. Nah, you can't do this. But none of y'all know that.
But if you're in a socialist government,
the government, government can do anything.
And this is the false fight they do. They ban some shit. That ain't right. Because you can't just get an easy win, nigga.
Nope.
But behind the scenes, we're going to say no 2 more times.
Exactly.
Let's see how they act. We're going to say no 2 more times. Motherfuckers going to get happy.
Right.
They going to get out there, take the mask off, start fucking around, spread some more shit. And then,
and then,
they got a plan for it.
They do.
I'm so sick of niggas ready to go outside.
Man, they are. Dude.
I want to go outside.
And they waiting on. They know that I can put the squeeze on you a little bit more, and you beg enough to go outside, you'll do anything I tell you to do.
And then.
And then.
So let me just say this: why the need for universal basic income? So
it's socialism.
So watch this. Let's break it down. What is universal basic income? UBI. Universal basic income is a government program in which every adult citizen receives a set amount of money regularly. The goals of a basic income system are to alleviate poverty and replace other need-based social programs
See?
that potentially require greater bureaucratic involvement. In other words, let me just give you a check so I don't have to pass no laws. Shit, I'm tired of fighting for it.
Yep.
The idea of universal basic income has gained momentum in the U.S. as automation increasingly replaces workers in manufacturing and other jobs. Again, they got a computer smarter than you at your job. The computer can do your work.
They're flipping McDonald's burgers with robots.
Shit is about to change.
Do you think they're getting prepared to pay people to stay home?
Yep, they did it already.
The
No, I'm
infrastructure's
saying
been building.
not to the point where you don't have to leave home. Like, we just pay you to be at the house.
But then ask yourself this question. If they pay you to stay home, what are the stipulations for taking that check?
There it is.
Motherfucker, you can't go outside until I tell you to, nigga. I'm your daddy.
Now we talking.
And you gotta get hokey pokey.
You gotta get the hokey pokey.
You gotta get the hokey pokey.
You gotta get the hokey
And
pokey.
turn yourself around, Kev. That's what it's all about.
Turn yourself around.
To say that.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, so listen to me. If your life
Turn yourself
is
around.
predicated on drama, strife, bickering, fighting, talking shit, trying to build a name within a mainframe that you didn't offer. If that's your life, while this shit is going on,
Nigga, you might as well turn yourself around.
this shit crazy, man. Key takeaways. The idea of providing a regular guaranteed payment to citizens. Why are they doing this? Because there's too many people on planet Earth to give them a job. There aren't enough jobs.
Not enough jobs to help. Can't do it.
So look at the confluence here. Automation is saying, I can drive the forklift.
No problem.
Automation, technology, the advancement of technology is saying, nigga, you don't need to be here.
And I don't need a
Did you see the video of the robots cleaning up the bathrooms at the hotel, nigga?
Nigga!
Robots!
But we're gonna be. It's a new house niggas.
So
We
we're
stay in
the new house nigga. Wow. Damn.
Get in the house, nigga.
Yep.
The new house nigga. The whole new damn, Sarah. Nigga.
The new house neck.
New house niggas.
Ooh, I like that. That might be my next doc.
So automation is rapidly replacing. Wow. Right?
Oh yeah.
Labor. Okay? I'm
like crazy. And if you
It's 2022, right? Nigga, in like 4 years, in 2 years, we're gonna be like 10 billion motherfuckers on the planet Earth. Kev, can you talk to me a little bit about population control and why they feel like, it's better to craccinate and get them dying?
Well, you're much more manageable. I mean, anybody who's a part of a business knows if you streamline, whenever you streamline, it's much more efficient. So it's too many of you niggas. Now, really, there's enough food to actually feed everybody. They don't tell you that. However, they can't control all of you niggas. So they need to whittle the numbers down for the control. They're implementing this one world social government. If y'all don't get that, this shit has been in effect for 100 years. Nothing is holding it back now, or on their side. They're like, we're not stopping. But they keep running into these snags because information now is starting to flow so deep, everybody's starting not to say wake up, but everybody's starting to get the information and starting to ask questions and peep and push back. So it's not going like they wanted it to go. So the major thing that we have is to keep doing it, keep understanding, keep learning, keep waking up, keep asking questions, keep asking your government questions, because the only way they can do this is if you don't know your rights. If you don't know anything about the government, if you don't know anything about the law, you don't know anything about that shit, then they can constantly push this shit in, through the back end. But if you're waking up and you know this shit, like, excuse me, the places that they sued Biden and got those injunctions put in place in the federal government, so against the mandates. So you have to know before you can act. But these niggas they basically have decided you niggas are useless. All you niggas do is shit, eat, drink, sleep, and fuck, and y'all don't recycle. Y'all just use up the world's resources. So let's get these motherfuckers out of here. Now, again, do they have a point? Who knows?
What did Hitler call the masses? Useless eaters.
Useless eaters.
Like stray dogs though. Like it's like everybody trying to get rid of the cats.
I mean, the mother can't just keep producing shit for niggas. Do you niggas recycle? Do y'all do that? Just something as simple as that. That would affect your karma. If y'all don't even know that, recycling would affect your karma. Do y'all know that? And when you do recycle, do you rinse your shit out so that they don't have to throw it away when they go to the recycle
hold
place?
on. Now you're talking about spiritual consideration.
You're damn right.
Niggas don't give a fuck about that.
But all right.
Niggas be like,
I know.
get this plastic out my motherfucking house, nigga.
I
What
know.
does government mean?
What do you mean? To steer? Government.
Well, govern,
government, yeah.
limiter,
Yeah.
to steer, to guide.
To steer, to guide.
As a grown
And
man,
then mint is mind.
as a grown man, what you doing with a steering device on your mind? I'm done, man.
So let me go back. So what? Let me go back. Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang made
that's the dude.
universal basic income a key pillar of his 2020 campaign, which helped shine a national spotlight on the issue. Listen to what he's saying here.
The Asian.
UBI proposals vary in size, although Yang's plan would give every American adult $1,000 per month from the federal government. $1,000 a month ain't shit.
Nothing.
We're
Nothing.
living right now in a time, because of COVID, that has affected the shipping lanes and the docks. You got
Yep.
products just sitting the fuck out there
Chilling.
that can't come into the docks, and so the prices have spiked. Inflation is up 6% this year. So yeah, let's give them $1,000 a month. That $1,000 typically don't pay your rent unless you're living in an absolute hovel.
Hovel? In a fucking
hovel.
Y'all don't get it, man. Around the world, you live in a country that's unique to the rest of the world because basically your country is 50 sovereign countries. That's why they can't implement the rest of the shit that they do around the government, like in Germany and Australia and all the rest of Italy, where they just do they can massively against the whole population put these things down on you. In America, they can't do that. They cannot do that. Again,
Not in context of the Constitution.
No, not in context of the Constitution, because the federal government doesn't run the states.
Right.
And they only can tell the states what to do if they're contractually, entwined with the government. Like if they receive federal assistance and shit like that, then the federal government can manipulate the states into doing what they want to do by saying, we'll take this money back if you don't do what we want to do, which is what's happening right now. Most of the states, they say, yo, we're going to take the federal assistance back if y'all don't implement these mandates. But around the world, they can just put the smash down because they're not like you. You are 50 sovereign countries, and they know this, which is why they're trying to strip your ass of this power. You are rolling in a motherfucking Lambo right now. Motherfucking gold Lambo on some on some super platinum rims, and they are stripping this shit from your ass right now. You're gonna be rolling on nothing. They take your shit to the goddamn where they strip the cars and shit. They taking your shit to the chop shop. The chop shop. That's where your rights are going right now, to the chop shop. And they know as long as we can keep you distracted with LeBron and Kyle Rittenhouse and all the rest of this bullshit, nigga, by the time you figure out this shit is done, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. The news people are reporting on it. They're like, oh, the democracy is falling quick than a motherfucker. But no one is hearing it because you guys are so apathetic to the laws and your rights. That shit is done. That shit is done. This is the major plan that they're trying to do against y'all right now.
A. Britt Atwater said something very powerful in the chat room. He said Andrew Yang is Taiwanese and Taiwan belongs to China. Yang is speaking on behalf of China. When he talks about universal basic income, they got over 1 billion citizens. Everybody can't have no job. How many motherfucking ginger choppers you gonna have?
You gotta understand,
we'll give you this money based on your credit score. Based on your social credit score.
That's what we need in this motherfucker, social credit score.
When you take anything under federal assistance, places you what's called a federal area. And so it places you in federal jurisdiction. No matter if you still have state sovereignty, if you take anything from the federal government, you're placed in something called a federal area, and you're under federal jurisdiction. And they can compel you to do what they want you to do.
You are compelled by the power of Christ. The power of Christ compels you.
Absolutely.
The power of them motherfuckers seem tired as fuck in that. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ come out the sky. The power of Christ compels you. Shit. That motherfucker was just floating. I ain't coming down.
No.
Hey, man, it's a tough time in the world. And I be pointing this shit out, man, because it can never get old. The concept of us needing each other. If you want to get reinvigorated or re-inspired, or maybe I'm not that good of an orator, but check out some of Tavis Smiley's State of the Unions, where Farrakhan just...
Those are dope.
Yeah, he was killing
it. Those
are dope.
Maybe Farrakhan, when Farrakhan was speaking, it's called proper preaching. When Farrakhan was speaking at the church, and he was talking about proper speaking. And see, it's ubiquitous. It's online. It's on YouTube. Motherfuckers tearing each other down, disrespecting each other. It's in the church. Right. It's in government. How is it that we can let off this sick society scot-free for all of the atrocities that they've done by going at each other? At some point, we got to say, well, goddamn, who's the real motherfuckers that need to be spoken on? Okay, well... And let me tell you something about life and nature. You don't give a fuck. It don't stop. 6 tornadoes, what did they say? 60 tornadoes hit?
Yep.
Harp. Oh, my bad.
And down in motherfucking, what is that? Missouri? Some of them motherfucking tornadoes came together and went through cities. It was on the ground for like 3-4 hours. Tornado featuring. Category 5 featuring 2 Category 2s. Dropping right now.
When there's a natural disaster as such, it creates an economic base.
No. It creates an economic base for those empowered to capitalize on that. So like Halliburton can go down to motherfucking
and get it in.
But it also creates an economic kind of desert for motherfuckers with no resources like that.
But for the folk that can come in and sweep down and do the thing.
So who get hit? It be black folks because they not prepared. They don't have any money. They don't have nothing to put. Because it is an opportunity. Say, oh, this city got decimated. Who gonna rebuild it?
Rebuild.
So now,
Man.
this is Bobby Glanton.
rebuilding?
This is Bobby Glanton. Well, one of my friends, Wendell Stimley,
Wendell Stimley. And Bobby Glanton understands this. Yep.
Wendell Stimley is a guy who's in construction. Those are viable jobs, but who owns the construction companies, right? And would they give those? And listen to it. It's
those
back
contracts.
to giving. Would they give you the contract? So you see the hurdles. I got to get to the point where I got the resources, and now that I have the resources,
Can I get the job?
will you give
Need the
me the
contract.
contract? Well, I don't know, nigga. I don't like the color of your tractor.
Right.
I don't like the color of your crane, my nigga.
Oh, as somebody
that's
who's
why
been through
you-
several storms, actually the people that make the most money, like Red Cross, people who donate all this money, the communities never see it.
No.
All you see them on the news handing out like them cases of water that they get free, donated from the companies, and all the people at the execs of these nonprofits and these charities, they're the one getting all the money. Them people don't see that shit.
But melanated people need to think smarter. If you know you're gonna be judged by the face that you present, then get a Caucasian face, like them brothers did on the bankers. Go look at them brothers.
Oh,
from the
you talking
50s.
about like the couple did? Hold on, the couple.
Oh, with the
crib,
appraisal
the
of the crib,
Cisco.
appraisal of the crib.
Yep.
They got appraised. Their house got appraised. They had their pictures up and everything.
500,000 less.
Yeah, it was all crazy low. Then they took all their pictures down and shit, and had some their Caucasian friends do the appraisal.
And then they
in the house with
got
the appraisal.
they got the real
they got the real
worth of the place.
Exactly. But those cats, the bankers from the 50s, these are the two melanated cats who owned a bank in the 50s, who bought the biggest building in Los Angeles for $2 million at the time, which is crazy money. It's like, something like 30, 40 million today. But but back then, two melanated brothers weren't supposed to own no type of property. Not only that, they owned 177 buildings on the west side in Los Angeles. If you're in LA, you know what that means. That's all Caucasian people. So, but they did that because they had a Caucasian dude go in and do business for them. They taught him, they literally sat down. He was a regular average dude, working dude. They sat down, they taught him the game, and then said, look, you're gonna be our face, go ahead and do this. And them two dudes became some of the richest cats you ever known in history.
Crazy. This is a crazy time, man. Let's shift to my next topic. I gotta ask Dom this shit, and I want y'all to chime in.
Dom's gonna got the answers, man.
How does it work, Dom? You're making an album,
Oh, okay.
right? You're making an album. You wrote and produced your shit. If you wrote and produced your shit, said argument, said artist, they give you a record deal, right? Who owns your record when they give you the deal?
Well, when you sign that contract, young folk, especially now, the contracts now are complete fuck shit. But let's talk about in 1999 when I signed a $1 million record deal with Sony and Babyface. I happened to be 29 years old, so I wasn't quite the dumbass. And I had a benefit of a platinum artist also being in my band. So it was kind of skewed a little bit for us. But the truth of the matter is, the fucking record company owns whatever the fuck you write out of your mind and whatever you sing on that 2-inch reel or that DAT tape or the record company owns. Now, they own it for X amount of either albums or time.
So you could sign a recording deal for 3 albums, 1 album, 2 albums.
With an option for
6
whatever.
albums.
Right.
And then an option
Yeah.
where you guys can come back and reevaluate the sales of the previous work and
Yes,
say,
sir.
we don't want to continue or we do.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Typically, record companies purchase masters from artists with a loan.
With a loan. That's all it is.
Because you got to
a
pay this
loan.
shit back, right?
So that $1 million I said, that was $1 million loan.
So talk to me about ways that artists can protect themselves a little bit, right? Like for instance, here's an artist who protected herself a little bit and just got back her whole motherfucking catalog. Anita Baker. How was she able to protect herself? I wasn't ready for you to protect. What the fuck?
I think Anita waited him out.
I was gonna be on point if I was right though. If you had said it, I would have been. Yeah.
I think Anita just waited him out, bro. I mean, I don't know the
She had to wait. She had to wait him out.
Yeah.
But what protected her is writing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So oftentimes artists who don't write,
You fucked up.
you shit out of
You
luck.
fucked up.
It's called intellectual property.
Yes.
You're shit out of
The
luck.
writing will get you out of it. Okay, so I owe you how many albums? All right, I'm about to write 5 fuck shit ass albums. Here you go.
That's
If
what
you don't
Max
write
did.
them, if I'm waiting for Hassan to write my album on the TTT side of the game, like, yo,
Sit on the TTT side of the game.
You be rapping.
Listen, man. Look. Artists write your music.
Please.
Publishing is broken down into 200%. 100% writers, 100% producer or composer,
come on, man, talk about it.
right? You have to break this shit down. Now, if 2 motherfuckers wrote a song, that's 50% a piece
Right.
of that publishing for that song, right? 'Cause this shit get, if you get 9 niggas on an album
Oh, shit.
contributing to a song,
God damn.
that 100% is going to
Split.
be
Right.
broken into increments to cover everybody equally. Listen, I had to do this story because there's a lot of shit going on in this story. Let's just pull it up. Sarah, pull up who wrote and produced Ashanti's records,
This is deep. This is deep.
right?
This is some fuck shit.
Because I don't mean no offense by the young sister. She has stayed gorgeous this whole
Lord
time.
Jesus.
Actually doper now.
Yeah, she is. She finer now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. She stayed gorgeous this whole time. She's beautiful. And right now she's locked in somewhat of a battle with Irv Gotti to re-record and re-release her original album. Now, my question is, if you didn't write nothing, and I don't know, maybe she wrote "Oh Baby," because she said "Oh Baby"
I
1,700
thought,
times.
I thought she is a writer. I thought she had like she was like a writer for different people.
It was 3 different people. Shanti, Irving, Lorenzo, is that Gotti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 7 Aurelius. They wrote "Dreams," "Foolish," "Happy," "Rain on Me,"
Okay.
and
That's good shit. Because you're going to get money on the writer's side.
Right.
Now, who produced those records? Because that's the other part of publishing.
Yep.
and
Right.
but also Chick Santana actually did some of her stuff too. But as far as produced,
On that first shit, because she wants to, right, release those records.
who produced? Okay, produced, released by Murder Inc. It says Gotti co-wrote and co-produced nearly every track on the album of the Foolish album.
Okay. So you want to redo the album or redo your first album and put it out with no affiliation.
I don't know how that works.
It don't work that way.
If you wrote some shit with some niggas, how you gonna re-release the same shit without crediting them?
Right.
That's
right. It's y'all own it, not you.
That's what it is.
Because contractually speaking, that's what y'all own it. not you. And so Ashanti responded during a DC December 10th appearance on The Breakfast Club to Murder Inc. co-founder Irv Gotti's viral comments about her re-recording the debut album. Last month, Gotti claimed that he owns the singer's earlier albums and labels. I mean, depending on the deal you wrote, he owns. Okay, cool. All right.
He's the label, though.
He's the label.
Oh, so he got.
They're masters.
She ain't getting away from him. You wrote the songs with him, and he's the label.
No, but she redid the songs, all of them in.
You can redo all.
But
you
it
want.
don't matter. Those records are intellectual property. You can't just redo some shit.
Period.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, matter of fact, I'm rewriting the Shrouded Lighthouse tonight. Like,
Well, a lot of niggas have tried to do that.
Well, you know, I used to trace
Type of
The
horses.
shit.
shrouded nightlight.
right? What type of shit? Like,
The shrouded flashlight.
Yeah, no, but I used to trace horses in elementary school. It don't mean that I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I
Last-
just trace some other shit.
Right. Last month, Irv Gotti claimed that he owned the singer's earlier albums and the masters while commenting under a post of Ashanti's past interview with Angie Martinez, where she discussed the importance of an artist owning their masters.
They're saying that
Everybody can't be Prince. Let me just say this right now. Everybody can't be Prince. Everybody can't be Michael Jackson. Can I say this real quick? Yeah, then I'm talking to you.
Good.
Everybody can't be Prince. When you look at the back of a motherfucking Prince album, that shit says written, produced,
Right.
arranged,
Yeah.
everything by this little nigga over here. Now, it might not be 100% true,
Right.
according to Wendy and Lisa, but goddamn.
That's real.
Write and produce all your shit so you can own your shit. But if you didn't write and produce all the shit, you're in a co-ownership agreement with the label and the producer.
I think her thing is though, because there's like 20-something songs they said she's got written here, like, at least. So her thing is that if I wrote half of it and then he produced it, so he's been getting paid for the last 20 years off of it.
She's been getting paid too. She's a writer.
She's been getting paid too.
You
Well,
can't not get paid. She's a writer.
She was making, but she's making it seem like she wasn't, and she's making it seem like that he's been getting all the
he don't
stats.
control
Watch
ASCAP.
this.
ASCAP,
Watch
BMI
this.
gonna pay
Let
you.
me show you. Let me show you how this works. Quincy Jones just sued, or not just sued, but a few years ago sued Michael Jackson's estate after he died because they were withholding royalties. Those royalties were still accruing. Going into a little, sitting over here.
little
Hey, hold on, nigga, don't make me sue you. He said, "Oh, I'm not suing Michael. It hurt my heart. Shit, man. It's not Michael, but shit, man. It's people, man. These are not good people running this shit, you know. They're gonna run it into the ground, man. They're gonna make Michael Jackson pancakes, you know. This shit's not good, you know.
Michael Jackson
fuck, you know.
pancakes.
They're gonna squeeze
They're
the
gonna
juice
make
out of
Michael
it.
Jackson
You know what I'm
pancakes.
saying? They're gonna squeeze every bit of it out, you know. So it's like, no, they had to give him, it was like $3.5 million on just reoccurring royalties. They had to give that up. See, the difference between, say, Ashanti and, say, TLC, they didn't write shit.
Listen, who's the chick? Baby,
They sang better.
LA's wife. LA's wife. What was her name?
Pebbles.
Pebbles wrote shit. Pebbles gaffled.
Fine as hell, Pebble.
See? So again, Ashanti sounds like she doesn't want to be in a co-ownership partnership that she already signed off on.
So she's trying to make it seem like he's the one getting over on her.
Even with her, even say Lil Wayne and who's the owner of Cash Place? Birdman. Right? Birdman had to give up that bread eventually. He was holding out, went to court, holding out. All right, nigga, you owe me money. You got to give it up. Nigga, if the money is accruing, it's gonna find its way back to you. If you wrote something, now if you didn't write nothing,
You fucked up.
you didn't produce nothing.
Intellectual property is the key to the game, especially now.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like she's in a co-ownership agreement with guys who help write her records. She wrote some, they wrote some. That makes them writers.
Right.
producers who produce, that makes, see, people fail to realize producing is writing. Oh, yeah. It's just the composition music side of it, but it's still writing.
Writing music.
Sure.
So
you don't have to be a genius to write, oh, baby. Oh. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like
that record.
But it's just,
no disrespect. I hated that record.
And me too.
And she does have the right to re-record. She doesn't have the right to own the re-recorded shit. Here's my suggestion.
Make some new music.
Make some new. He done stole my thunder.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Write some records. Write some new shit.
She old now.
My thing is, and this is where that female pretty girl privilege come from.
Man, pretty privilege.
This is that other part. Like, I should be able to do what I want to. No. Not in context of an agreement. Yo ass signed. You co-owners with these guys. You can't just do some shit with the original content and X them out if they are part of the creation of it.
Not unless she signed those contracts, all rights reserved.
You see what I'm saying? Like, she didn't sign none of that shit.
Right.
So, just make some new music. You got your Instagram page popping. Every time niggas see you drop it like it's hot, you look beautiful. Just make some new music.
Man,
She
fine as hell.
You an artist, right? Are you an artist? Y'all niggas is fugazi out here, man.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, from experience.
This is ready-made money.
I'm gonna tell you right now, remaking shit, that shit it never really goes well, my nigga. Like, the remake be goofy.
You can't recapture the energy. There's a certain
You can't
energy.
recapture the moment. You gonna find that if you get your ass in that studio, especially without the original team that helped pull that shit together. You gonna find this some goofy shit you on. I'm gonna tell you right now, fuck with Swiss Beats, fuck with all the niggas out there, and there's some powerful sisters out there that are writing. Get with Marsha Ambrosia, is that what's her name? Yeah, man, get with some folks and build a new movement.
That's my people.
And let me give you this advice, Quincy Jones, man. Everything starts with songs, man.
Hey, man.
You need killer records, you know.
Shit, man.
And then there has to be a continuity, you know. Make the records compete, you know. Record many great records and make them compete, and then whittle it down to about 9 or 10, man, that are undeniable. You'll know in your spirit if it's undeniable, you know, goosebumps, you know.
Yeah.
But
in business.
don't you kind of like isolate yourself because some people ain't gonna want to fuck with you because they see what you're doing to somebody else.
But you understand, these songs already have a market. And you're talking about business, and you coming out with business, to come out with a product that's already has a market rather than trying to create the market is what you want to do. And so she's not creating a market. The reason why we know her that's my point. I'm saying
is because of those old records.
That's my point is, you want to start with a market that's already established rather than create a market. So she already has that market established from those songs. So she can come out and make those songs and make money instantly.
No,
Shit.
that's not how it works in the music industry. Because
what I'm saying
typically niggas will be like, you want to do what?
I'm talking about the audience, the people who are listening, the people who are listening. They still like those songs. Whoever that is,
I think
whatever
we're
that
talking about
audience
the same
is, whoever
people.
still likes the songs, and they want to pay for them. That market is established from those songs. Even if she tweaked the song just a little bit in a new way,
I see
and make
exactly
it
what
sound
you're saying.
little new.
And I'm telling you from experience, the audience does not want you to touch a classic.
Well, I'm an audience. If you do it right, I'll listen.
They don't want.
Nigga, I'm an audience, nigga.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm an audience.
But you one person. We talking numbers.
Right.
Most people don't want motherfuckers remaking shit that is labeled a classic. What we want to do is, because we know you, because of those motherfucking classic records, we want you to make some new shit that's as good as the classic shit we fuck with.
I don't know about that. D'Angelo killed the goddamn Smokey Robinson shit. What you talking about? He killed that shit.
No, that's
and
okay.
Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige killed that. What's that song?
Let me give you some context. I hear you.
I would love you in. Was it? I love you in. No. What's the song?
Carl Thomas album.
What's the song she did?
No. I know what you're talking about. She did the Shaka Khan.
Okay. What song?
I forgot the remake. She did it.
Man.
She did the shit.
Right.
But let me tell you, that's different. Remakes by new artists of classic records is different
Then you
than a
remaking
90s
the
artist going back and remaking a 90s album for right now. Leave that bitch alone. What, nigga, you leave that shit alone. You made leave that bitch alone. She did Sweet Thing. And I'm going down. She did all those records. Those are classic records. They're going to always be classics. She did the hood version of that shit. And I'm going to tell you,
Nigga, she killed it.
I'm in the music industry at that time. Motherfucking OG executives was like, this shit terrible. Because they got Shaka on the mind.
Right.
Okay. Mary wasn't as good singing wise back then.
No.
Niggas is like, this the ghetto shower singer version.
She get it though.
So we gonna give her love for that anyway. And then classics, you can't unclassic a classic. It's a classic.
Right.
But how you feel when a motherfucker fuck a classic up? Y'all remember when Taylor Swift did September?
Oh my God. Oh my motherfucking God.
Come on, man. Like, you better stop fucking with shit. Niggas don't feel good
Oh
about
my
that.
motherfucking
All
God.
I'm saying is the pretty girl privilege shit got to go away on this. Just because you want to do it and you want to own your masters to your new hot music.
Okay, you see, A. Marie ain't doing nothing.
First of all,
Shit, though.
I
A-Marie is my people.
And
Personally.
Beyonce stole her shit, her whole style.
I used to train A-Marie, so please don't. She good people.
I ain't saying she wasn't good, but you see, she ain't trying to come back and do her shit like that again.
Well, no, because she has a fan base in Europe. She making paper. She big in Europe, so she don't need to make no money over here. She in London big.
So I'm just saying, like, I want Ashanti to come out, but don't refry an omelet. That motherfucker already made.
If you put it in the air fryer, that motherfucker be off the chain.
Crispify an omelet. No, that shit already done.
But she could refry beans.
It's already done. And if you gonna do, listen, man, if you gonna do business, don't turn this shit into like a child support case.
Come on.
Yeah,
Like-
that's exactly what it is.
Like, you see what I'm saying? That's what it feel like. Like somehow Irv Gotti wronged you. And all the wrong Irv Gotti may have done back in the 90s, he was doing it with you.
Yeah.
You were on the team because you was eating off of whatever dirt he was doing. So now all of a sudden he's Darth Vader?
Now you Sophie's choice.
Come on, man.
Sophie's choice.
Come on, man.
Yeah, nah.
Listen,
These are
man.
your partners for life on those projects, period.
Yeah,
You're not
so
getting away from them.
You're not getting away. He produced, he wrote, he funded.
He did fund it, yep.
He wrote and he's the label. Child, you
He paid for the studio time. That's studio time.
Come on, all that. You crazy.
You see, Ja Rule ain't saying nothing. He doing open mics.
Ja Rule is like, I'm not finna get involved in that shit. You know how much bread I broke with that man? What is you talking about? So I'm just saying, like, stop with all that. He me too'd me on the contract.
He me too'd me on the contract.
I'm just saying, this is the type of culture we live in.
Yeah.
I tell you, Me Too gotta eat too, baby.
God damn, this shit is fucking horrible. Just make some new music. And I'm gonna tell you right now, no disrespect, she wasn't, she was already a pretty girl, but she wasn't in terms of talent. I'm an A&R, nigga. I did A&R for 10, 15 years. I know what it is.
And more importantly, you have ears.
Oh, baby. Oh, I said, turn this shit.
She had video. She had a video music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you wanted the video so you could see her on the radio.
Killed the
Turn shit
radio
off.
star. There it is.
She's not a great singer. She's not, listen, she good. She had a little run. She had a little run. She's not Aaliyah. She's not Brandy. Start naming niggas from her era. She's not them. She's not them. Okay? She's not Beyonce. She's not them. So now Irv Gotti is the bad guy. Nah. Just if you that dope,
Make some new shit.
make some new shit, and you better come with it.
You know Angela Winbush.
She know Angela Winbush. Sarah's stupid.
Not even close, Sarah.
Right. So now the shit's getting messy. Just leave that man alone and keep making money. I'm sure.
But you must not be dope, though. Like, if you can't write it right now, did you really write it back then? Hold up. Did they help you? Wait, what? You can't write now? You're supposed to be better than you've ever been. Bars.
She got a lot of writing credits on her shit. This thing. I'm just saying. If
she does, though.
She does. She has a lot of writing credits for other
people,
too.
We can go to the studio today, Kev. We can start on this beat. And by the time 5 minutes in, Kev, I done wrote the shit. Kev, you got anything? Oh, you put this hood on it. Okay. All right. Kev,
you're a producer now, Kev. Because Kev said put hood high.
There you win. But I done wrote most of this motherfucking brilliant shit, Kev. But okay, now 20 years later, Kev is one of the writers.
You funny. Nigga, I know how it goes. I'm just saying she has credits for other written songs for other people.
That's Puffy writing style right there. Hey, right here.
Yep.
Right here, the percussion, the okay, double up on it.
Chicka.
Use the fuck out of that.
Nigga.
Double up on the chicka.
On the chicka, nigga. Nigga, put my credit on the album, nigga. Chicka. See, all you needed was that little ambient white noise, and it took it to another level.
Nigga.
Take that.
Yep, take that. Without the take that, it ain't shit, nigga.
Shit.
Man.
The game is crazy.
Take that.
Am I lying? You know,
The game is crazy. Man, look. Luckily, I've always been able to rock with motherfuckers that had real talent. And my favorite number was always 33 and a third. Let's get it. 33 and a third. Bomb.
Hey, before we go over our last topic, please support realnagas.com.
Yeah.
My brother Dom is right now editing the documentary. I didn't want to talk about it, the Shrouded Lighthouse documentary. I gave him all the drives. He said the footage is cold.
Oh, the shit's going down. Let's not even get it mistaken. The companion to the book shall be as ill as the book. It can't not be.
Man,
it can't not be.
It's coming together, man. It's coming together. I see it. Please support WeJuice. This is my brother Hassan McCullough. He's a good brother, and he's doing amazing with these juices. Everybody I let taste this juice be like, man, what in the Sam hell is going on, man? This is the juice.
The juice witch is up here, homie. I'm gonna keep on. This is still going. The juice witch.
Be a juices.
Hold on, man.
What's up?
You should be a juicist.
Juice wizard or juice warlock?
Okay.
Juice warlock.
Because juice witch sounds. I mean, I know this is juice and fruity. I know there's fruits in juice, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on Sony Tar. Sorry about that.
there you go. So juice wizard, the juice warlock. That's what we got. Hey, and everybody, don't forget, man, if you don't have it, get your copy of theshroudedlighthouse.com. Please support Sarah, right? Please go to her Cashapp. It's been a slow day today, but that's okay. We love you all. We appreciate everybody, all the love. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Thank you. Somebody said which is feminine, right?
You got it.
But Kev told
But it's not.
But he told us last week.
It's not.
Comes from Wiccan, which means wizard, actually. or male sorcerer.
And that's the denotation, but the connotation has Smucker's jelly all over it. Nigga, don't act like Smucker's. Say no juice witch. I'm looking for a woman. Like, where's she at?
Juice witch.
You walk in here with one tooth, nigga, with a tight ass shirt on, and you the juice witch, nigga. You done lost the sale.
Men on film. Men on juices.
I'm just saying. Nah, man, you better go with the juice wizard, my nigga.
2 snaps up.
They call me wet juice.
Nigga, juice already got a negative connotation.
Right? Okay.
Juicy Smollett.
Okay. Nigga, juicy? Yeah.
So you call yourself a juice witch, nigga.
Justice for juicy?
This nigga might try to plan an abduction with you. He gonna,
Juice man.
he gonna call you, man. We like, the films, man. The man with the films. He had on a molecular shirt.
A molecular shirt.
Yeah, man, fuck that. Juice Warlock, nigga.
Juice Warlock.
Say some aggressive shit, bitch. I'll fucking put a spell on you, bitch. With this, say something different.
You're mine.
I like Juice King.
Juice
There you
King
go.
is cool.
The Juice Sovereign.
The Juice Pharaoh.
The Juice Pharaoh.
Juice Pharaoh.
That Juice Witch, nigga. Ooh. I don't know. All right, let's give some love to a black woman, a sister. Let's give her some love. HBCU grad becomes the first doctor to cure cancer in mice using nanoparticles. Okay. Right?
Wow. She's
Dr. Hadia Nicole Green has become the first person to successfully cure cancer in mice using laser activated nanoparticles, according to Black Cultured News. Unlike traditional cancer treatments, Green's revolutionary and unique nanoparticle technology, she on that Spider-Man shit, nigga. Recombinant DNA that they used to talk about. Hey, man, I love it, bro. Nanoparticle technology, which was found to successfully cure cancer after testing on mice within 15 days. It does not require chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery. Green received a $1.1 million grant from the U.S. Department.
That's all? A white motherfucker curing some shit like this, and they gonna get $100 million.
Right.
Get the anyway, come on, man.
Go ahead, kid.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Cuss the motherfuckers out. I'm gonna sit over here and let you finish cussing,
I'm just
man.
saying, that's some bullshit, nigga. A Caucasian doctor, nigga, is gonna get hundreds of millions of dollars to back this shit. She gets $1 million, nigga?
Yeah.
I love the story, but
That's Shuri from Wakanda.
I'm a geek, yo.
Shuri!
Right.
Yeah, listen, the nanoparticles she didn't make. All right, I ain't discrediting her. Here's the problem.
But the application.
Okay, she got the application
Right.
correct, but the nanoparticles are alive. That's next level. I know it's like that's that don't.
Are you talking
fit
about
to
the
body.
you talking about the xenobots?
Because these motherfuckers got when they say that they hit the laser with them, well that's light, that's electricity, and the nanoparticles run around and do their thing. They have a predetermined understanding of what the fuck to do. Now, who created the? Thank you.
Your program.
And I mean that is outside the box. I get it. That don't fit into the nice narrative.
But if she's the doctor, she can probably reprogram the nano.
Well, I'm not mad at her.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at her being the face though. I'm not mad at her being the face.
Look at that face.
I'm just saying.
Look at that face.
Hold on.
Nanoparticles, bro, are not exactly what the fuck you think they are.
Somebody said she's got additional funding now.
Oh, she does? Oh, great. Because 1.4 million, man, that's for
They
most.
said this originally broke 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. Cancer researchers, that ain't nothing for cancer. That's lunch. Yeah. For most cancer researchers. That is nothing.
First off, you got to understand that fucking hustle of funding research. Shit, nigga, it's a lot. It's a good way. It's a good way to clean your money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because philanthropy is a business.
Yeah,
People
buddy.
don't know.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
Bill Gates and Buffett
Yes.
and Zuckerberg and all these guys, they shift into that direction so that they can protect their money.
This nigga Bill, Kill Bill, he said, when he got into cracksinations, it's the most money he ever made, the fastest money he's ever made. He's like, he couldn't believe.
Faster than software.
He said he could not understand how fast he made it. So what y'all don't understand is all of these companies that are doing these cracksinations, the Kill Bill Foundation, they have donated hundreds of millions of dollars to all of these niggas.
R&D.
All of these niggas. They got literally $3 billion set aside to donate just to Cracksination Company.
Cracks-a-nation.
So he got a piece of all of this that this nigga does. So this is, y'all better understand what's cracking.
All right, so let me hit you with this. This is the last story for sure. Travis Scott.
Oh, man.
He done lost his seltzer. He had a hard seltzer.
Man, they getting him, huh?
Yeah, he done lost his Coachella gig.
Damn.
Like, it's all coming down.
He's a sacrifice.
Yeah, he is. He's the sacrifice, absolutely.
And of course, those families, they want $10 billion.
Woo. Okay.
Something crazy. Wow. I was like, he don't even have that.
No.
What are y'all, what the fuck? What are y'all trying to do?
It's 780 million is what they're suing for.
Yeah, well, yeah.
780 million. But they suing the wrong people. He's not responsible for the venue.
Yeah. What about the insurance policy?
Yeah, it would be insurance.
Does the venue have an insurance
Yes.
policy? And how much is that insurance policy?
Mm-hmm.
And how are you blaming me as a performer?
And not only that, he stopped it. So they're trying to say that he kept it going and all this and that, but he actually, during it, when he saw some shit going on, he did stop and was like, oh, what's that over there?
Security go help them. We saw that.
They didn't sue the country artists that when Las Vegas got shot up that time.
Come on, Sarah. Oh, wow. But Sarah has a great point there.
Go ahead, Sarah. I'm listening.
Oh, no,
No, I didn't hear it. Say it again.
No, I was saying like they didn't never sue the country singer when they had the shooting in Las Vegas that time at that country event.
The white man that had the guns in the windows that shot up the whole field.
He killed like 50 people.
Y'all remember that? That happened 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, maybe.
Yo, the white dude, old middle-aged white dude, wheeled in automatic assault rifles into his hotel room.
From the hotel room.
For days.
That guy.
Oh, yeah,
Vegas,
Vegas, right.
And he killed a ton of
Right.
motherfuckers.
What
That
hotel
was
was
white
that? The Mandrion? Was it that? That's the hotel, is that?
La Mondrian?
The Mondrian?
One of them.
No, the Mandalay.
The Mandrill.
Mandalay Bay. I don't know that Mandalay Bay. I don't know that.
He said the Mandarin. Nigga, this ain't Marvel, nigga. It's a Marvel villain, nigga. Is this the Mandarin? Did the Mandarin own that?
Oh my God. Travis Scott denied legal liability in the Astro World tragedy and requested to dismiss 11 lawsuits he was named in. Shit. These motherfuckers trying to, well.
I mean, even listen. I don't get it. You know, if I go to a concert, I mean, how am I blaming the dude on stage if he's not inciting a riot?
But this is the thing. I think this is his karma because on his social media, he does hype cats like this to do this type of stuff at his venues. Not there, he did.
Does he hype devil worship?
No, not devil worship, but he be telling them to get crazy and buck wild and loony and shit. He be telling them that do that shit at his concerts.
I didn't know that.
So they gonna in the hearing, trust me, they gonna pull up all of those motherfucking posts. Okay. They gonna pull up all of them posts. Be like, oh, well, see, he has a pattern of causing, or inciting chaos.
But what is that though? Is he saying have fun or is he saying kill people?
No, he ain't saying kill, but he's saying go wild out. He be
But,
telling
so that's what I'm saying. Help me, because you know how lawyers are.
Right.
They're master painters.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one could paint that argument, and the other could paint the argument of we're talking about having fun.
Yeah.
At a concert. We're not talking about killing anybody. We're not talking about stomping people.
True.
We're talking about wilding out. You know they'll do to paint the picture, nigga. The connotation is to have a damn ball. We wilded out last night. We just want to make sure you understand the language and his intent behind using it. Paint the picture, lawyer.
But if he gets the Caucasian jury, they just gonna pull up them damn tweets on this big ass screen.
But that's what I'm saying. If you got a lawyer that's gifted enough,
he may be. But if I'm on the jury and I'm looking and he say some crazy shit, I don't care what that lawyer say. I'm gonna be looking at this the whole time.
No, but that's how you process. A lot of jurors are picked because they want to be objective and they will listen to it and they could be convinced. Juries are won and lost in the capable tongue of a lawyer.
They are, but jurors when they come in with a bias, no matter what,
they try to kick them off when they have bias.
They try to, but it's hard. It's hard. You can't kick everybody off with a bias. They'll just hide it. They usually just hide the shit and lie. So no matter what, most of those people on that jury have a bias. No matter what, already they come in, even if they lie and say, "Oh no,
Oh,
no.
absolutely.
no, we don't." Like when the judge will strike information, he'll tell the jury, "Don't listen to that. Strike that from the information. That's stricken from the record.
That
you
shit
don't
ain't
pay
stricken
attention."
from their memory.
Right.
Be right there, like.
Hey, nigga, I remember that shit. Like I'm going back in the room and remembered exactly what this motherfucker just said.
That nigga said.
These are the same people. Just give people Trump supporters.
That nigga
They said that he didn't incite them right before the January 16th, and he was basically telling them, do what you got to do.
Travis Scott,
It's the same thing.
among several defendants, hit with a $750 million
750?
Damn.
Woo.
attorney Benjamin Crump, Center,
but the
speaks during a press conference
Him?
announcing lawsuits on behalf of
Benjamin
200.
He going down.
Crump.
Yeah.
God damn this nigga. He's the biggest bitch.
Like my sister husband.
But can't Kylie can pay that shit in one. She can write one little check out for that. Like, Kylie, hook me up, girl. She worth like 1.5 billion. She got that money.
She not dealing with him.
They got a baby together.
No. I'm talking about the whole shit. She's staying low.
But I don't think she broke up with the nigga because of it.
All right, look, we're about to wrap it up. This was a great show today. I love chopping it up with my brothers, man. This shit is always good. I need everybody to hit the like button on the way out. Also, don't forget to support the Shrouded Lighthouse. I'm making another post office run tomorrow. If you want your book shipped out tomorrow, man, if you want the book shipped out tomorrow, all you got to do is go to theshroudedlighthouse.com. Please support. Like I said, 800 people in here. Let's get 200 sales right now. 200 orders on theshroudedlighthouse.com. Don't forget, Beal Sauce is back. Beal Sauce, the greatest hot sauce in the world. 3 different types there. You got Schmuckatelli. You got Gunny Fire. And you got, what is that? Sergeant Sauce. Please support all of the black-owned businesses that we put in front of you. Of course, support realnagas.com. Hit the like button on your way out. Everybody should hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. Again, We Juice in the building, of course. We Juice, the best juice in the game. Support. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, everybody for showing their love. Anybody who did hit the super chat or the cash apps, we appreciate that. Also, don't forget to support Sarah. Yo, Cash App, honey. Sundays with Sarah. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everybody's Cash App is up there.
KnowYourRightsFoundation.org. Pete, everybody you want to get involved, go there.
KnowYourRightsFoundation.org.
And please support, volunteer.
All right. Nothing but love. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys have a great week. We'll be back.
Peace.
Deuces.